You made me lose. I'm never gonna slow that hedgehog down enough to catch him. Scratch, grounder, I need you to help me out. If you bring me victory, I'll shine your sweats. Oh! Just win the race, just win the race, just win the race. I don't care what it takes, just find a way to win the race. Win the race, just win the race, just win the race. I don't care what it takes, just find a way to make me happy.
That dirty rat! He's cheating! Look! I'm never in time for the fun stuff.
That's not a problem. I've only just begun to cheat. I'm certain I'll do some more. You're gonna make us faster? Of course, you idiot. Get out and win the race. Just win the race. Just win the race. I don't care what it takes. Just find a way to win the race. Win the race. Just win the race. Just win the race. I don't care what it takes. Just find a way to make me proud. I guess that's the price I have to pay for catching the hedgehog. I'll have to give myself a promotion. Tomorrow, the fun is just starting. I spent 1 billion opiums. Throw the race or tails is doomed.
There's not much choice.
I finally done it.
You win, Robotnik.
Yes, I did win, didn't I? I finally done it.
You win, Robotnik.
Nice try, hedgehog. Finally, everyone will know it. I'm the boss, and you know it, right? Oh, yes, I am. And now I'm ready to conquer every inch of Mobius. Finally, everyone will see it. I'm the best, and you know it, right? Oh, yes, I am. And now I'm ready to conquer the universe. I win the race. I win the race. I win the race. I don't care what I did. I won the race, and now I'm happy. Win the race. I win the race. I win the race. I don't care what I did. I won the race, and now I'm done. I guess that's the price I have to pay for catching the hedgehog. I'll have to give myself a promotion. And the fun is now over. And I spent all my money. I won the race. Tails is yours. I made it. I win the race. I win the race. I win the race. I don't care what I did. I won the race. And now I'm happy. Win the race. I win the race. I win the race. I don't care what I did. I won the race. And now I'm done.
Did you miss me? No, I missed you. Welcome and good evening. Happy Saturday night. It's your host and streamer of the Fluffcast, Axolotl Andy. It's a beautiful evening. I'm exhausted though. Apologies if I'm not up to my usual fervor this evening, but things happen, things go down. Let's see what the boys are up to. Let's get this started.
It's money in my pocket. Would have liked some hair inside a locket.
God almighty. I swear to God, dude, that's a Viper lyric. That has to be a Viper lyric.
I love it.
Hey, Andy.
Boys, we're live. Good evening.
Andy.
Hello.
Oh, I know you're
Hello,
live.
good evening.
We're talking about smoking crack with Viper, which I'm pretty sure you can do for about $7 American.
Tell us about Viper.
Viper, we discovered, or well, not really discovered, but we came to the conclusion a second ago, me and Gibbles did, sitting here chatting while you was doing the intro.
Yeah.
Viper's basically what Chris Chan is if nobody would have interfered. If nobody fucking violated the Prime Directive and started getting involved and telling Chris Chan to burn his house down, that's what Viper is. He's still pure.
Yeah.
Because the man's out here like, wherever I go, my money long like flamingos. And like legit thinks the shit's hot.
To build off what Menthol said, he's like the Chris Chan of the rap game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tell. Is this one of his album covers here? This Viper, you are such an idiot image here.
Dude, there's so many, Andy. You have no fucking concept of how many albums Viper has put out. The man put out 430 in a fucking year.
Oh my god, that's like more than one a day.
Yes.
Viper the rapper. He's too powerful for us.
One of my
know what?
favorites is "The Moon Is My Son" and "He Looked Just Like Me" Part 2. That is one of my absolute favorite Viper album covers.
Wait, part 2?
Yeah.
My personal favorite I'm fixing to share with you is called "Smoking Crack in Church," and it sounds like the spooky music from Majora's Mask.
Dude, it probably fucking is.
It probably is. Like, I got to think, I was like, dude, that's like the fucking Econo Valley theme right there. What is this?
Because Viper steals music all the time.
What was the one he recently sampled?
For release?
No, it was like this
No,
anime.
that was today's upload.
No, he they released today?
Yes, I'm subscribed to Viper on YouTube.
Jesus.
No, what was like the fucking TV anime? Like, there's an anime within an anime theme that he like did one of.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. It's the one from NHK. Welcome to the NHK's fake anime in universe opening. Purupurupururin. He sampled that one and used that as a backing track for his rap. It's nightmarish.
Viper. I can't what did he call it?
Go to Viper Vivo and just look in like his most recent videos. It's like within the last 10 he's put up.
All right, because I need to get this going. The rapper Viper Vivo, if you want to find Viper the rapper, guys. It's not his last 10 because it's like 10 days ago only. He's got some anime shit here.
No, it's 3 weeks ago. Sorry, I've been listening to Pururin for the past 10 hours. Is what it's called.
Oh, I've been listening to Pururin for the past 10 hours. All right, let's play. Let's.
Yeah, because we can play that shit. Fuck Viper. He ain't fixing to sue us. He ain't got
Viper?
no money for fucking lawyers. Spend it all on crack.
What about the Pururin people?
I don't think they care.
I can just imagine some fucking lawyer running into the office. Boss, there's some guy on YouTube using our music without our permission. My God. Well, play it. We want to know how bad it's fuck this motherfucker. Wait.
Is that one?
Wait, this is it. You talk about this. You talk about this shit right here. You know what? Not even that.
Yeah.
What's he saying? We can't tell what he's saying over the music.
It's so
Not just that, but
loud.
Viper has like the most intense case of mushmouth I've ever fucking heard.
He was the first mumble rapper.
My man come out here talking about
I feel like, you know, it's not even like rapper doing the music. Like he's getting the music and then he just has somebody tied up in his basement. Like
yeah, it's like a hostage rap.
That's it. He's just like, here, sing for your supper. Then they just sing to the bed sheet.
Hey, bro, sing this ransom note. Like what?
Here, wait. Now I got an idea here. I didn't know what to draw all night. Now I know what to draw.
Hey, that's how it happens with the video editing process, man. I just get in there and start fucking around and start having ideas in the middle of it.
It's only a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Pururin. And the video title is, I've been listening to Pururin for the past 10 hours. This guy's a fucking legend. I heard about it on MU back when I used to browse. Oh my god.
Viper is, he's something special.
Yeah,
That's a kind way of putting it.
That is a very kind way of putting it.
I don't mean like, I mean like, the man's a treasure. He's absolute fucking garbage, but he is a treasure at the same time. I don't know how to fuck to put it.
I'm gonna get him on the Fluffcast one day and be like, Viper, would you like to play Monster Hunter with us?
Monster Rathalos, he's got money.
I think that's a yes. Let's get him suited up.
Zenoga's got the lightning, but I got fire.
You know what? That sounds exactly like a fucking lyric he would probably drop on us.
Do I
You
know?
really can't. You can't even be
It's-
like he's just doing his thing. He's just
Yeah.
doing his thing.
Zanoga gonna catch this bullet, gonna have to start over.
Noga
Yeah.
got the lightning, but I got the fire. Tell that fucker Elder Fugit he gonna retire.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
my
dude,
god! You see,
Dude, I'm
that's
telling you, you can just half-ass it. You can spin around and throw fucking dartboards at post-it notes in the dark. Not even darts, dart boards at the post-it notes. And whatever you manage to stick in the wall and pull those post-it notes out, you can write a fucking Viper lyric out of it. I guarantee it.
All right, give me. Let me get a picture of this guy here. This Viper fella.
The man is like a chronic fucking drunk. And you just listen to him go.
Oh man, so boys, it's been like about 3 weeks since we've been live.
Yeah,
What-
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. I started a new gig. I started a pretty ironic gig recently, so that's eating up my time considerably. But I'm a pest control guy now. I kill bugs and mice and all other kinds of vermin dead. Funny, isn't it? How that works out.
Yeah, you just sit there and imagine shit all day long while you're at work and try not to tell anyone what you're imagining for fear of getting fired.
They actually they're gonna have me on fucking I got my actual assignment, like what I'm going to be when I finish my training. I'm gonna be mosquito guy.
Nice.
Yeah. Trying to
I can't think of a much more noble cause than killing mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Mosquitoes are a blight on this fucking world, let me tell you.
I seriously can't figure out what the fuck they do for the goddamn ecosystem.
They're food for dragonflies. That's literally it.
And bats.
I mean, there's better sources for that. I mean, I used to be like, well, Bill Gates says they're not, very helpful, but then I'm like, well, now I know that Bill Gates like people to like pee on him, so now I don't know if I could trust him anymore.
You know that's valid.
Like a man who enjoys getting the pee on him. I just don't know if that's something I can cotton to,
That was a hard conversation to have with one of my buddies. Just one day, he's just like, yo, Andy, you ever hear about this golden shower thing? What? Yeah, I have. Why do you ask? I feel like I'd be kind of into
Matter of fact, let me demonstrate.
it. What? Yeah, I feel like if I got peed on, it'd be kind of hot. I'm like, what
So,
about if you were shit on? No, that's too far. That's too far.
Andy?
But peeing? That might be cool.
Andy,
Yeah.
let me. Now, I'm not gonna make assumptions or, anything like that about which way you swing because it's not my place. But if you're ever with a girl, and they, squirt, it's just pee.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which is,
Yeah.
kind of funny in retrospect. Because everybody's like, oh yeah, I got in there and just fucked up, made her squirt. And then they just scared to death of a golden shower.
Yeah.
Like, bitch,
They need a
bitch, she
fucking
pissed
live
on you.
roach before they'll get pissed on.
She pissed on you to make you stop, motherfucker.
Not real shit though. Like, I don't know. To each their own, all that good shit. I had an ex that was into it.
Hey, that's a bit much, Holmes.
It's
It's not like I'm sitting here describing it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying. No, I mean that's a bit much. Like if a chick was like,
Hey,
"Yo,"
nigga, you the one that brought it up.
just like, "Hey, darling, what are you up to tonight? I just want you to fucking piss on me." I feel like I have to rethink that one.
It's one of those things where you just kind of go, huh?
I like to imagine.
You know
Okay.
what? I've never been with a person. I've never been with anyone who's been into that, but I've been with some people that are into some really fucked up shit.
God, don't get me started on fucking Sarah.
You know what though? I will take that over a lot of other fetishes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot worse
If it
stuff.
comes down to getting pissed on versus like getting my nuts whipped with a fucking coat hanger, yeah, I think I'll just take the piss.
See,
At
that's-
least it's sterile,
That's not even a real fucking fetish. That's just a meme people
yeah,
latched
no, it
onto.
is. Cock and ball torture, dude. It's a thing.
Yeah, it's very real.
Yeah.
I think it's I still think it's just a meme. I don't think it's real.
No, it's real. it's real. Trust me.
I can't fucking figure out where the fucking Santa was right. Fluffy shouldn't have knees.
They really shouldn't.
Santa was 100% correct on this shit. I'm trying to figure out
Banned from having knees.
to fucking bend your legs. Like I should have today. By the way, kids, if you ever can when you're lifting heavy objects, make sure to bend your fucking legs.
Yep.
I made that mistake today.
All those coaches that told you to lift with your back and then twist it and just wrench it around and shit until you get it up, nah, they're fucking stupid as hell.
Fucking degenerates like them belong on crosses. I don't care if we get blocked. Hello. Who is it? I'm not looking.
It's Billy!
It's Billy! Everybody, it's Billy! Get excited. Billy's here, guys. with the cast is saved.
Hey!
Oh, it's Billy, tell us about how Europe was. You went to Europe, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's alright. Everything's sad now.
Did you go to Mariupol?
No, I didn't go there.
Did you go to Kiev?
I didn't go to Kyiv either.
You should have.
Well, where the hell did you go?
Where'd you go, buddy?
I went to San Marino.
Oh, San Marino. That's not a real country.
Birthplace of Dan Marino.
Yeah, I did too. I was going to say, isn't that the former quarterback for the Miami Dolphins? Like,
One
Blazes out, Dan.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Just got back. How have you guys been?
I'm exhausted.
Oh, pretty good.
Long fucking day, let me tell you. And one's supposed to be a long fucking day, but it turned out that way. Christ. Shout out to my boy Ray, who fucking George of the Jungled it up in a goddamn attic while vacuuming up insulation. Ray, if you find yourself with your baby daughter listening to the Fluffcast, I want you to know I appreciate you. Also,
why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, why are you here?
Also, Ray, I don't appreciate what you called me today. So I started this new gig at the pest control thing, and they got me training with a couple of different people. They got me with the conservative Funkshire, a guy named Keith.
Boy.
Even the hair is like flipped. He's got a bunch of hair on his head, shaved clean.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this out here. No offense to anyone in our audience if you happen to have this name, but I myself personally, in my 32 years of living on God's green earth, have never met a single human named Keith that I did not fucking hate.
You'd like this Keith. He's a swell fella.
You'd like my uncle.
Like, we get really defensive about the Keiths in our lives.
Well,
you know what?
well, fuck you.
I'm going to agree with Menthol. I've met like 3 Keiths, and besides, no, it doesn't count. That was his last name.
They were all Dalton. I've never met a Dalton or a Blake that I liked either.
I will say this: there is one Keith that I know of that is a complete asshole. He buys like Funko Pops for like, it buys them and then sells them to my friend's store at a loss because he's an idiot.
Okay.
And we've all nicknamed him Fat Bandit Keith.
Like the Yu-Gi-Oh character?
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Think of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Character. Fat. That's him.
So he's got the fucking motorcycle do-rag on and shit.
Kinda.
And he's from America.
He's always like, yeah, man, how are you? Yeah.
America.
He can't drink water.
What? Is he allergic to water?
It has to be a diet soda. That's the closest to water he can get. He physically cannot drink it. His body says no. This is not real liquid.
No,
that's just
no. I've seen him
not good.
I'm not saying you're lying because you're using one information you got, but he's full of shit.
Yeah, I'm saying he's full of shit.
Yeah, we were once waiting. I was with Mike, sitting at the Five Guys, waiting for him to show up with more pops that he's going to sell at a loss because he needs the money when he really should have just saved his money and not bought the figures. And I'm asking him, so what kind of car would he be driving in? And he's like, I don't know, but look for one that's like leaning to one side. That'd probably be him. I shit you not. 2 minutes later, coming around the corner, I go, "Is that it?" He's like, "Oh my god." It was on the driver's side. It was leaning to such a degree that it was almost skidding on the pavement. There were almost sparks.
Look how bad is his shocks?
Bad. It's like a 95.
Wow.
I mean, I had a 97 once upon a time that I
Like,
got
bro, I'm
compliments
2
for.
Funkshires in weight, and I don't do that to my vehicle.
This is bad.
Poor Keith.
Yeah. No, fuck Keith. He's an asshole. Fuck that guy.
It sounds like he's an asshole of his own doing, though, which
Yes,
is
he
almost
is.
Yeah.
sad. It's almost sadder, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, Andy, on to your story about your Keith.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, they got with a couple
Sorry, we
different
got
guys.
off on a ton-
They got
on a
a
tangent.
they got a new guy named Brandon who, unfortunately, due to the nature of the work, has now gotten a chanting around him. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, let's go on our job. Let's go, Brandon. Poor old guy. So poor Brandon. He's such a nice boy. He's a little slow on some of the tasks, but he's such a nice guy. He's like Billy, how old are you? He's like Billy's age, I think. He's like 22.
23.
Yeah, he's Bill's age. He's 23. Yeah. Fucking Christ. And then they got me with fucking this guy Ray, and Ray's a chummy fella, and Ray today comes down and we're just closing up shop on this attic we're working on, and he goes, "You know, Andy, I like your archetype." And I'm like,
Archetype.
and I'm
What
like,
the fuck does that mean?
that's what I
Sorry,
say.
what?
I like your gumption. I like your chutzpah. I like your...
I like the cutting a jib, but he's not
Yeah.
like.
I'm
he's like,
sorry, bro. You want to show me the Play-Doh mold that looks just like me that you know about that I don't?
Raymundo, one more time. And he's like, yeah. And no, the thing is that he comes out with like, yeah, I like your archetype. What's my archetype? I want to say Nazi gamer. And I'm like, what?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
First off, how did you find out? Second off, what? No, I can't even joke about that. Oh my god.
Listen, just because I have an 88 tattoo on my neck does not mean I associate with those people.
And I added 4 more
I
fingers
am not
to
a
my
Nazi.
Look,
I
man,
am an
it's
American.
not done yet. It's gonna be a maze, all right?
That 88 is just my KDR, man.
No, man, the
Dude,
guy,
you-
the tattoo artist fucked up. They're 2 infinity signs, but he put them the wrong way.
I'm sorry. I fucked up my hair at the barber shop, so I had to shave it. Goddamn. Don't ignore the Confederate flag on my truck. I just got back from a Hank Jr.
The
concert. Leave me the
swastika
fuck
on my
alone.
check is supposed to be Manji. He tilted it the wrong way.
And
Jeez, like, how
Imagine,
do you just throw some
imagine if-
shit like that at someone and
Listen.
expect everything to be fine at work for the rest of the day?
I mean, I didn't
So,
take it.
Andy,
Yeah.
I like your archetype. Your archetype speaks to me of violent pedophile. So let's be friends.
Yeah, right.
We're chummy. Don't get the wrong idea. We're chummy boys. He thinks I'm cool and everything. He laughs at all my jokes, but like fucking Jesus.
Again, it's like Funk just put it there though. Like me and Funk, we're best buddies. I love this man to death. But if he just outright called me a fucking pedophile in the middle of Walmart or something like that, look, man, I don't know if we can continue this relationship. I might have to beat your ass.
So we're like, on this beautiful day, well, you know what? The birds are chirping, the flowers are out. It makes me really realize you're a fucking rotting corpse, Menthol.
Like, bro, you just called me a fucking Nazi. Are you serious?
I don't know.
Dude, you better roll that shit back.
I think. Yeah.
I did not call you a Nazi. I called you a libertarian.
I
A libertarian is just someone who doesn't want to admit they're a Republican.
Oh,
that's
my
almost
God.
that's worse. That's
a little-
worse.
That's too
White
real.
paper's coming out. You getting fucking cut.
Oh my god, dude. We're taking out the toy lightsabers and beating each
Yup.
other for the next 20 minutes.
Let's go.
We're
We're
fucking-
gonna sell this shit like the founding fathers, just beating the shit out of each other. Last man standing gets to pass the law.
No, so I think he was trying to call me a wereaboo, but didn't know the word for wereaboo.
Yeah.
Because he was also like, yeah, you probably, like, your Xbox gamer tag is probably like Nordic Warrior 45, right? And I was like, no, it's
Yeah, he was definitely trying to call you a wereaboo. then.
no, it's Chills Master. I came up with it because I was a fanfic. I didn't tell him this. I was a writer when I was a fucking 13-year-old. I was chilly at writing. I wrote chilling stories.
Yeah.
So I call myself the Chills Master. Anyway, one sec. I think Hell Take is a little bit too loud. So whatever. Unfortunately, there's no culmination to it because I just didn't care. I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know.
No, it just went from 1 to a fucking 100 immediately and then tapered off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was all too bad. I don't know. Maybe it's
No,
maybe-
dude. That is like a verbal equivalent of a motorcycle rev.
Yeah.
Shit is just sitting there. Like, wait. I'm sorry, dude. Can you try that one more again?
One more again. Nah, I got a lot of respect for Keith. Not Keith. What's his name? Raymundo. He doesn't even. Now I'm gonna fucking prove him right because I don't even think he's whatever. He don't even speak Spanish, and I feel like I don't know. I'm a fucking
You
all
mean
right.
to tell me he's one of them? You mean to tell me he's one of them goddamn mulattoes?
Listen, I spent 5 years in a New Jersey pizza kitchen learning Spanish to talk to the cooks, and I can't. And I impress him with my Spanish, and he's got like, I don't know what you're saying. What the heck is que pedo mean? What does ancho mean? What are you going on about? Buenos dias? Is that a slur?
Fox. Would you fucking call me?
What'd you call me? A boner dias?
No, that's wild.
Nah. He's a swell fella. I like all the people I work with. I ended up at a pretty good gig. And the irony of killing the vermin, the guy who
I'm not saying he's a bad guy or nothing. Sorry.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, that's the most important thing is to like the people you're working with.
Yeah, they're all
like
great.
your work and like the people you work with.
Yeah. They're all great. They're all nice. Fucking unfortunately,
They're all fucking.
They're all fucking. They're all just fucking. They're all just men getting together in the pudding pit.
Cause like just to kind of derail to a bit of a serious philosophical note just for a minute, not to really like rail on it too hard though.
All right.
I honestly think that's something that's kind of missed in today's society, that a lot of people say, oh, shit was better back then whenever I was younger or whatever. And like people don't really realize it. The presence of the other was not always as vilified as it was.
What, people who are different?
Recently. Yeah. Like, okay, big deal. We don't agree on everything.
Yeah.
So fucking what? We don't have to.
That's no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a bit of a long shot, but after some reading I've done them all, listening to a whole new podcast about Ronald Reagan, I've basically come to the conclusion that the us versus them mentality kind of hit its hardest when Reagan came into power.
Yeah,
And
back to
Oh yeah, Reagan was a terrible person.
Now, here's the thing, like, okay, so beforehand, you had Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter's probably the only president you can look at and be like, well, I don't think he did anything wrong. He had a brother who was a fuck up, and his brother was a pretty fun guy, and still he started like screaming racist shit on the TV. But now before
And he had Billy Beer.
and he had Billy Beer, which what I'm told tastes like turpentine, and he just lied like, yeah, Billy Beer's the best. Now can I get my check? But because before that we had like Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, and that actually had problems with it. When people found out what they were doing, they actually did something about that shit.
No.
Then Carter come on, didn't do anything, but then Reagan came on, and then it became more of a smokescreen kind of thing. So the us versus them shit became a lot more polarizing than what it is. Because like Nancy Reagan was a fucking terrible person. She might have been the Gok champion of South California, but goddamn is that woman a fucking monster, and I hope that she's remembered as such. I can't wait for her to die and like her head split open and the spider creature she is just crawls the fuck out and kills me.
Wait. Yep. Are you saying Nancy Reagan's not dead?
Is she?
No.
Wait, okay. Over under on Nancy Reagan being dead. Let's hear it.
Oh, she has to be.
I don't think Nancy Reagan's dead.
I don't think she is. I mean, look.
No, she has to be. Otherwise, she'd be like over 100 years old.
Kibbles, what's your Kibbles? What do you guess?
Yes.
Yeah, Nancy Reagan's dead.
I'm gonna say she's got to be dead. She got to be dead.
She
I also don't think Michael Jackson's dead.
She died in Bel Air, Los Angeles.
Life
Air
got
Los
flipped, turned
Angeles.
upside down.
I'll say something got
No,
flipped turned upside
That
down.
woman's still out there fucking gawking and draining life force and shit to sustain herself.
Is she?
She's like the Queen of England. She looks like Palpatine nowadays, but
Her
she's still out there.
phylactery has not been found yet.
She does look
Exactly.
like Palpatine. Jesus Christ.
No,
Yeah.
they're both liches. That's all they are.
It's like a female Palpatine. Like she's over here and like she's worse. But one of my favorite stories about her, like this is the gawk shit. He's like, look at me, Lord Reagan. Get out there and not say a damn word about the AIDS pandemic. I made the AIDS pandemic to go in my hunger factory.
It was produced in the Hunger Factory.
The AIDS is not killing the homosexual. It is I killing the homosexual.
That life force sustains me.
Nancy-
Lord Reagan.
Nancy Reagan looks like you get when you fucking mess with the eye spacing setting in a character creator and then forget about it when you finalize.
Her eyes are in 2 different fucking zip codes. So I mean, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She's got them crazy eyes. That's what it is. She's got those, like, okay, I know the big thing nowadays is like, oh, the Democrats, they're drinking the blood of children to gain their fucking immortality.
No, politicians do that.
I'll pitch it. But Nancy Reagan was the one that figured it out.
Yeah.
Dude.
She was absolutely the one out there cracking open baby necks.
Oh yeah. Like, she was basically Reagan's handler for like the entirety of the second term. Because the first term he was still somewhat lucid, but by the time the second term came around, he was full on cuckoo bananas, but they did a really good job of hiding it. So the point
That's because he got shot. That's because he got shot 9 times.
God,
Well, you see, the slugs right here are the ones that make me go cuckoo, and that's why Bonzo is my vice president for my 3rd term, thank you.
That's why they call me the Gipper.
Well, you see.
Well, you see, the tax write-off is for that of big business, and fuck the little man. Isn't that right, Nancy? Yes. Yes,
You've seen Nancy agrees.
I was convinced that like from like '84 onwards that Reagan was just a muppet with Nancy's hand.
Oh, he absolutely was.
No, it's straight up. It's like the ending of fucking Dead Silence. He's just got the back hollowed out, and his spine is a fucking control rod, like on a ventriloquist dummy.
It's dude. Okay, so one of my favorite things was toward the end he was saying such batshit crazy stuff. Like he would just get up there and they're like, "Well, Mr. President, how do you feel about this policy?" Well, I know that this policy that I can go and get a bushel of beets and go to McDonald's. So whenever they would have press like stop them there when the with the presidential helicopter, they had the helicopter pilot rev the engine so the people was like, "I can't hear you. There's the helicopter. I don't know if you noticed the helicopter." So they could just do that.
I don't know if you noticed the helicopter.
So, let me just, while we're speaking about Ronald Reagan's batshit crazy shit, he gave a speech to the UN. And
Oh God,
to
yeah.
paraphrase it, I wonder if there was some kind of intergalactic presence that came down and how quickly that would unite our people. But I ask you, is not that presence already here?
My God.
This man's been reading too much Watchmen.
I'm telling you, Xenu. Xenu is here, people. You need to be aware of this shit. That's why fluffy ponies eat spaghetti. It all makes sense.
I thought they ate spaghetti because it was a gag on the fucking...
No!
No, Xenu.
Look on the back of the dollar note. You ever notice something? Huh?
A fluffy pony?
You ever notice
What?
something weird?
What?
You ever notice the Hasbio logo back there? Yeah.
Back.
Let me turn your brain on to something else that's kind of fucking weird. Spiders, right?
Yeah. What about spiders? What about spiders?
8 little legs. They crawl around in the tub. Sometimes you got to sweep them down the drain.
What, they're just gonna go up again?
Mr. President, do you feel you are too old to be a president? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're saying. Mr. President, what is your opinion on intervention in South America? I have no idea what you're talking about. Please ask another question. I cannot hear you. What's your favorite color, Mr. President?
I like blueberries.
I like blueberries. Blueberries are very tasty and all that. Mr. President, how tall are you? I did not fund the Contras in any way, shape, or form. That is beyond any... He's just
What-
going. He has no idea what he's saying anymore. He was quoting like different questions, and it always came back to the Contras. He
Oh, yeah.
did not fund the Contras.
Oh
Was
yeah,
it- what-
that speech memorized.
That liar. There's pamphlets that even say like your new president, Ronald Reagan.
Dude,
What
when
are
they
you
were
talking
talking to him about Iran Contra at the Ollie North trial, like basically he got there, he's like, well, sometimes you got to go around Congress like I did. I mean, not I wouldn't do that, but sometimes you got to go around Congress. And that was like the last moment of clarity as he realized he fucked up right
It's like
there.
I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't say that. Why did I say that?
Limbo under the law.
I don't know. I just the more I read about this shit, the more I loved it. And the more I realized like Nancy Reagan was a goddamn monster. Ronald Reagan was also a rapist, so you know we got that going too.
Also, the more we do the Reagan impersonation, the more I'm realizing it's really close to Mr. Burns.
Yes.
It is like,
Well,
well, you see, I want all the nuclear power for myself.
Smithers.
Smithers. Get
Well,
Nancy in
you
here.
just put a little bit of a little accent on it.
Smithers.
Smithers, power up the
Smithers.
hunger factory, Smithers. I require more for South America. We'll be funding the Contras or not. I'll never decide.
also, for
Smithers,
those
get
of
in
you that
here.
don't know, Contras were a far-leaning militant militia. That,
Hey, no.
Was it?
They were freedom fighters.
It
They
was
were
a
freedom
video game.
I
fighters.
don't believe you.
They
Say
fought-
that all you want.
they fought
Gibbles,
freedom.
I don't believe you.
They
was
went.
nothing more. We fought the aliens.
Listen,
That's
they
all it was.
they
Which
went to.
country were they in? I can't remember.
They were
Was
in
it-
WrestleMania 5, the Thunderdome, fighting freedom in WrestleMania 5. That's where Contra was doing it. The Freedom Fighters.
It was, I believe it was Colombia.
That sounds about right. Yeah, they had an appearance on Narcos for like half a second.
So,
Gimmies.
so don't forget that Ronald Reagan, or the Reagan administration, was selling missiles to the Iranians to give that money to the Contras.
They couldn't give the money directly to the Contras because that would be treason.
All right, it was
So what-
That is an illegal act.
it was
That
Nicaragua.
is-
It was Nicaragua, by the way.
But not if the CIA does
Oh,
it.
Nicaragua, thank you.
But
Yeah.
we all know
I
it
knew it was
was
one of those
there
cocaine
to get the
countries.
Drug money. You sell the nukes to get the coke money to get the coke coming into the country, so you can bust people for bringing coke into the country.
Oh yeah, the CIA and their, the CIA had their own airline.
You know, the
Sounds about
CIA thought blowing up the moon would be a great way to fuck with those commies in Russia,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Be a great way to fuck
I mean,
up
it's
with
also true.
Hawaii.
it would be a great way to fuck with people all over the world. In fact,
We're gonna own the libs by blowing up the moon.
You don't understand. There's a huge Saiyan population out in Utah. It's not Mormonism. That's stupid. It's Saiyans. We need to blow up the moon or else the Ozaru will come get us.
All
Yeah.
I'm saying, I've never seen a Mormon, but I've seen 3 Saiyans.
look, we have reliable information that the brilliant scientist Bardock is up to some shit. All right,
He's one of our most brilliant scientists.
he's been working on an artificial moon, so we heard. So
I
we
w-
heard. Our intelligence points to it.
I was talking with head American scientist Bardock. Great man he is.
Okay, so that made me remember one of my favorite things. Ronald Reagan used to say he got letters from people a lot because he's old, he loves mail. However, he never got any of these letters. They were always just bullshit. My favorite one though. Well, one day I received a letter from a blind man who said that if he had to give up his Social Security so we could cut taxes, he would do it.
Oh,
And then-
that's the biggest crock
and-
of shit I've ever heard.
Well, the best part he said, and the letter I got was written in Braille.
Really?
So I wrote him back. And I was like,
Really? Your
What?
ass can read Braille.
You could speak Braille? Oh, wait.
man, over here speaking Braille. What the fuck?
Damn, that's even more.
That's just Morse code.
Dot 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 dot
Never
dot
mi-
dot.
No,
That
no.
reminds me of some stupid shit on Reddit I once saw where it's like, is there a way to communicate with a blind person? Do I have to like make clicking sounds so they can understand me?
No, no, again with the fucking
Jesus.
crocodiles. Crocodiles that they make that noise, yeah?
Yeah.
That's crocodiles speak Braille.
They just speak hungry funk.
they want they
That's
want
it.
a blind guy walks into Florida. He hears a crocodile. All the tourists are like, "Oh my god, that's a scary crocodile." The blind guy's like, oh yeah, you better be. You better be afraid of him. He's still angry about his vote for Reagan.
Everyone is.
My dude, I remember
You know,
the funniest part. Another part was Clan kept killing. He would get letters from the Pope. Now, the Catholic Church has done enough fucked up shit on their own, but every time he would be like, "I just got off the phone with the Pope. He says that what we're doing in Central America is A-okay." And then, like, immediately, like, this is before Twitter or anything, the Vatican would just basically make like a news statement. They would call people and just be like, "No, the fuck we didn't. Put that down. No, the fuck. Jesus said, put no, the fuck we didn't in the paper."
Jesus
And
is
like-
we can say at this time.
It's like, are you charging him a letter? Fine. No, we fucking didn't put it in the paper. No, we didn't say that.
So I can imagine Reagan getting a phone call just like randomly like, "Hello, this is the president. Hey, how you doing, Reagan? It's Vinny. I mean the Pope. How you doing? Hey, so just want to let you know that shit you're doing in South America, Jesus A-okay's it."
Got word from the big G himself. He said, "Hey, that's some good shit, Ronnie."
That's some good shit there, Ronnie.
Okay, so while we're still on this topic, and I know too much about it. So during World War II, Ronald Reagan joined the military. By joining the military, I mean they sent him to Hollywood because he was an actor at this point. He was like a B actor. He was basically like the equivalent of.
He's a B plus.
I wouldn't even put him that. He is like.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, I don't even know if I do that, dude.
I'd say B plus just because it got him elected.
He is basically taking the kind of roles that Nick Cage took when he first got in debt, that kind of shit.
Oh,
Yeah. Or like
So-
Bruce Willis is doing now.
Yeah, like Bruce Willis is doing now, where it's like the same thing. Oh, you mean I'm an angry bald guy with a gun? But yeah, well, I can do that. You mean I'm an angry bald guy with two guns?
I can definitely do that.
But so Ronald Reagan spent his whole time like in L.A. filming propaganda videos for the U.S. military, and they did that the whole war starting. I think he started in 42, I mean 41. I can't quite remember. I'm sorry. Did all that, and then later in life would go up to. He actually went to a Holocaust survivor. Was the first recorded one. He was like, "Did you know that during the war I recorded concentration camps so people wouldn't be able to lie about how violent it was?" And then he would just like go into horrible detail about this shit. Be like, "I saw the body stacked 6 high. It smelled like bacon," shit like that. And everybody's just like, "Whoa!" And then like he went up to like a rabbi. And he's like, "I hope you appreciate what I did. I filmed those concentration camps so nobody would ever forget." And it's
I
just like
hope
the most fucked up thing.
Appreciate what I did.
That's it. And like this is '88. There are still plenty of like Holocaust survivors.
To steal a phrase from Santa, and I'm sure he stole it from someone else because that's how language works. The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
God, it's like I don't know. I love this topic because I love finding the actual truth in history and not the bullshit we were fed. Because everybody's like, Ronald Reagan just loves America. I'm like, no, he was stricken with Alzheimer's and his wife was fucking him around like Kermit the Frog, and we all should have felt really bad for that man and probably got him off of there. But you know what? He was a figurehead.
And he did a damn fine job being a puppet.
He also let's not forget Reaganomics.
Oh God.
Reagan,
Yeah,
novel.
Okay, guys, we gotta admit there is one good thing Reagan gave us. He did
that?
give us the source of all cheese in America, as a European friend of ours told us at one point. Since he knows better than we do.
He knows more about cheese than we do. I mean, like,
Yeah.
man's an American cheese connoisseur.
I mean, he doesn't eat that plastic shit like we do.
Yeah, nobody in America has ever had good cheese. It all flows forth from the mouth of the Reaganomicon.
Let me tell you about those trickle-down necronomics.
That is
Yeah.
one self-sufficient spine.
Shit, lost my train of thought there. So I'll bring it back in a second.
Yeah, the Reaganomicon tends to do that.
It kind of threw it out the window. I was just like,
That shit will derail a train of thought faster than a fucking stick of dynamite.
Now, this was more of like a conspiracy theory, but there's always been a theory that when his second term was Ronald Reagan, like his approval numbers got down to like 41%.
We're low.
which to that point I think was the lowest an American president had ever got. But then we got like nowadays where like fucking W had like what 14% at some point, something crazy like that.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was like right before 9/11. It was holy shit. There was no way he'd get another term.
So right before like he left office, it skyrocketed to 70%. Nobody knows why. A lot of people think it was because this time Nancy got breast cancer. However, the running conspiracy theory is that she didn't have breast cancer, but instead faked it and even went as far as to get a double mastectomy, so that she could be like, I really had the breast cancer. Y'all should love us again. And it was fucked up like the whole time. I don't know, there's so much I could go into, but I would be here for like 3 hours just talking shit about this.
You guys want to
Talk real quick. What's this podcast called again? Because I'm super interested.
Hold on. The one I'm talking about, this one is called The Dollop, DOLLOP, and you want episode 400, part 1 and part 2, like a dollop of Cool Whip or a dollop of whatever.
Dollop of Daisy, yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
That's what I was thinking of.
It's episode 400, part 1 and part 2, the one they do with Patton Oswalt. It's fucking amazing. They also do a really good one where they co-hosted on Behind the Bastards with Robert Evans and did one about Henry Kissinger, and I did not realize like how much of a piece of shit he was. Like I knew he was bad, but I did not know he was that bad.
That's why Henry Kissinger is his exact opposite. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, that's why Dr. Henry Kissinger is really cool.
That's why not me, the man who drafted the Paris Peace Accords.
You cannot kill me, you silly Billy.
Yes, I must have left them in the car. You cannot let them know that I dropped them in the toilet.
I remember that from that episode of Simpsons. Like that was beautiful.
He is. Speaking of which, that man is still alive.
He is still alive. He looks like.
That's why I was suspecting Nancy Reagan might be alive, even if that bitch would be 150.
Yeah, but Kissinger's got like super leadership powers because of his. He's been webbing through like different diplomatic crises one after another, so he knows how to survive.
Look at the Queen of England. That bitch has been alive since like 1602.
That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit.
Well, she's a reptilian. They age differently.
Yeah.
Dude, he had life still on his weapon, and like all those people he blew up in Cambodia, like he just took all their life force.
Yeah, he did do that.
This man, he looks like what happens when you take your hand out of a glove and it like collapses. Like Jesus Christ, dude, the Lord is calling you home. Go home.
Well, the reason
Well,
it's lasted so long is she's been feasting off the blood of the Irish.
That's true. She's been killing my people forever.
And the Scottish, as we learned last night, Santa.
Oh, speaking of
speaking of which,
I'm at the edge of my seat.
if Billy don't get to it in 5 seconds, I got a topic change.
Yeah, speaking of the Irish, did you see what I can't remember which baseball team did it, but one team set up like a Happy St. Patrick's Day, put the river, like their river or canal, as like green.
Yeah, Chicago.
And then I think another team edited it to be orange. And everyone just went, uh-oh, what did you do? You shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that?
Why don't you edit the red to be orange?
Because now, instead of just Irish in general, you set specifically as North Irish.
Oh, you fool.
Shit.
The troubles are still happening.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
trying to
as bad
remember
as they used to be, but...
I'm trying to remember what the Irish call an Irish car bomb, like the drink, like everybody.
Not an
like,
Irish car bomb.
Not an
no,
Irish
so
car bomb.
they call it something else, like an American thing, and I cannot remember what they call it.
A Tuesday firework.
It's a Bloody Sunday.
No, it's not a Bloody Sunday. You know what?
No, it's not a Bloody Sunday.
I feel like I should know this one because my grandfather made them.
Could it be Gaelic powder?
Let's see.
God damn it, Santa.
Okay, so in Ireland, it's just
Irish
called an
summer.
Irish. Oh yeah, that's it. But I remember it was probably a joke about somebody saying like it's like the guy walked in and he was like, "Oh, I want an Irish car bomb," and I was like, "Well, we don't have those. Sounds like you want a 9/11 or something stupid like that." I was like,
Ooh.
we put it in a tall glass and you knock it over.
Oh my god.
That's awful.
That's hilarious.
You put 2 tall glasses of Guinness on one side of the bar and then huck a fucking shot of whiskey across the room into it.
Well, we all
That's
know in the
fantastic.
future we're all going to make these tragedies into like carnival rides, right?
Dude, yeah, in
I mean-
200 years, you'll be able to ride
Yeah.
the World Trade Center ride at fucking Universal
Besides-
Studios.
Yeah, like it's like the John Denver experience.
Go ride the Titanic, to where you could. It's a big slide to where there's little pipes you could bounce off of, and you get to go into the water.
But where's the
Kibbles, I
nude
appreciate
scene?
Don't
John
forget
Denver's
that one school that they tried to make into a paintball range called Columbine Paintball.
Oh my
I
god.
remember hearing about that one.
Yeah,
See,
that, and all I can think is like
all.
whenever they do this,
idea, and they shut it down immediately. They're like, no, we are not making
It's one of those things. Hey, we're gonna make Columbine paint. No, you're not.
No.
No, you're fucking not.
no to the hell no, oh hell no. Like I can see like I can see like basically what happened like the 9/11 ride would be like the Tower of Terror. That's what it is. Disney's going to reskin the Tower of Terror.
Oh my god.
I could just imagine
Can you-
being those like gravity ones where it just raises you up and then you drop. And you'll have
Yeah,
like a
that's
robotic
literally what the
plane
Tower of Terror is.
circling the 2 towers. Like a robotic plane will be circling it. And they just have 2 sets of seats that rise up and fall.
I will say
They got him set up like a simulator ride. It's like, can you survive January 6th? There's just a dude, like a white dude next to you, like on the projection, like screaming the N-word. You're just like, I want to go home.
Now,
No, I'm just wondering, like, where is? So it's been a long time. I think it's safe to joke about. Like, I want a Pearl Harbor experience water park.
The formula is you have 22 years before you can make a
They
joke about it.
don't have a water park. They have a equivalent to where it's not exactly Nerf. It's like foam. Like you shoot these, you got these like big like cylindrical cannons, and it shoots air and it launches like foam balls everywhere.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Santa, but as we all know, it's Nerf or nothing.
Well, they don't have official Nerf. It's like bootleg Nerf is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And they also let you rent planes, and basically the kids could shoot down the planes as people are flying them while they're on these like little boat platforms shooting foam at each other. Yeah, that is actually a real fucking thing.
So when are we gonna see like Nara Dreamland get turned into like a theme park for the rape of Dan King?
Oh,
I didn't even know Don King got raped. Shit.
I mean, shit. Look at that man's hair. Something happened to him.
So you know what I've always found funny? Not funny, but interesting.
yeah.
Like
The fact that Don
the
King married
the Japanese were arguably much worse than the Nazis in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't we just make the Japanese the bad guys? It's always, oh, look at this
Because they're more
Nazi scientist. He's
entertaining.
evil.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
did
it's
more
some-
not
entertaining and more
that,
industrious
but with
overall.
all political shit, they actually maneuvered themselves to be able to call themselves a victim.
Plus, we did drop the sun on them twice.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense.
If we would have turned parts of Germany into a fucking crater, we probably wouldn't be able to make the Nazis the bad guys.
we did that though.
if Germany had like fish
No.
children for the next 30 years,
You
know?
mean if
No,
we turned
no,
it into
we
glass?
burned down a couple of houses. We didn't burn fucking shadows into the dirt, Billy. These are 2 different things.
I think they're just being over dramatic.
That's like getting stepped on versus getting shot. Like, man, one of these is a hell of a lot worse.
Look, my
I was
grandfather.
over here like, I got a sunburn one time. It was real bad. These guys are just a bunch of pussies.
Guys, I feel a little. My grandfather, he was just following orders. Come on, man. It was the only way for France to survive. I'm sorry, I wasn't
Like,
there.
my grandfather killed 20 Nazis in the war. Well, how did he do that? He fell asleep at his post.
That's good.
I
No,
love the guard
grandpa.
tower.
No, Grandpa Les was a Vichy officer. It's the only way for France to survive, we swear. Ah, fucking assholes. Whatever.
Speaking of the World Wars, though, have any of you gentlemen seen the first two Kingsman movies?
Yeah.
I've seen the first one,
No.
not the second one.
So, I think we can all agree, those of us that have seen it, first one's pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, that fight in the church is like, was that the first or second? No, I've seen the
It's the
church
first.
That's the
fight.
first one.
Yeah,
That's the first one.
I couldn't remember if I'd seen that like on YouTube, but I remember seeing that. And that fight in the church is like fucking top tier.
Yeah. The second one, kind of a letdown. It's okay, but it's not great.
I've heard good things about this new one.
The new one's fucking baller, dude. Like,
It is
me
real
and
good.
Santa watched it this morning. An hour and a half in, me and him could swear up and down we had been watching for about 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of shit that's happening, and you think, oh, the movie's almost over. No, we have an hour left.
Yeah.
And it's only been
Yeah.
an hour and like 10 minutes. I'm like, all this shit happened in an hour and 10 minutes.
The movie is
Dude, that's-
fucking dense, dude. A
Yeah,
lot
it felt like
happens.
we watched like two Marvel movies. That's how
That's all right.
dense it is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's really good, though. I highly recommend anyone that enjoys a good spy flick or a good history flick that's kind of, fantasized a little bit.
It is
Check
not a
out the Kingsman.
spoiler because it's in the trailer, but the fight with Rasputin is baller as fuck.
Oh, hell yeah. That man's
That's what I
having
was
the
gonna
time of his motherfucking life.
I'm reading a book on the Romanovs, all the shit they got into, starting from like the beginning, working to that. And it's like the Romanovs are so insane to me because like Rasputin just basically showed up and was like, "Yes, I am magic," and they were like, "Oh my god, he's magic!"
Yeah, you see a little like scene or two of that in this movie. You don't see too much of it because I don't dwell on it, but there's a little touch of it.
Fucking Rasputin walking into the Winter Palace, puts his hand on little Alexei or whatever the hell the heir was, and he goes, "You remind me of Babe." What Babe? Babe with power.
Pretty
What,
fucking
what
much.
power?
The power of voodoo?
Oh,
You do.
Udo?
You do.
Do.
It's-
Yeah, no, I saw that was on at the new Redbox releases and shit the other day. I decided to download it. We watched it. Man, that thing is really good. Highly
Very
recommend.
I mean, Ralph Fiennes is a fantastic actor on his own. So, given him in that sort of role, I feel like I had a good feeling for it.
Well, see,
I
that's
was
the
kind
thing. He does a lot of the heavy lifting, but the guy playing his son gets a good fucking chunk of the movie dedicated to him.
Yeah.
And you start to think for a minute, like, whatever, I don't give a shit. And then you really give a shit within like 5 minutes of thinking that. Like, this movie is swerve-tacular because they get you.
Yeah, it's really good. A lot of stuff happens. It doesn't feel like too much. Like, it's not like rapid fire, like fucking Crank or anything. But it feels like a really well fleshed out movie that they put a lot of shit in. Like, it honestly felt like 2 movies in just 2 hours.
Mhm.
That's how it was structured.
There's no wasted space, is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Like, every single second of that movie is contributing something to what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of felt I watched the Batman. It was just like, oh my god, there's more movie and there's more shit. This is awesome.
Yeah. Because, like I said, me and Santa, we thought we were at the end, and we were like, all right, cool, this movie's about wrapping up. We're getting the vibe. We're getting to the end game here.
Yeah.
But we got like 15 minutes left. Holy shit, we've got like an hour left. What the fuck?
I'm gonna have to look that up because that sounds fucking amazing.
We should movie night it.
Yeah, we'll have to do that one night.
You don't want fucking movie night turning red, though, yeah?
No.
That movie was good. I don't care what nobody
didn't
I
says.
think-
saw a
didn't think it
scene
was
and
so bad.
I saw scenes and I just fucking cringed. So I'm like, I'm not watching this.
Okay.
I just don't
Like,
have a lot of interest in Pixar movies these days.
The
Like,
reason
so here-
I don't is I am adamantly, I hate that they managed to make CalArts into 3D, and that's why I'm like,
Oh,
fuck this.
God.
I also
The-
don't like
yes.
CalArts.
It's like,
Yes.
I get it.
That's
It's
my
so-
only critique.
Yeah.
That's my only critique of the movie.
Yeah. But the thing is, like a lot of the other characters, like the side characters, like the parents and the grandparents and all the other, even some like the friends at school, don't follow that template. It's just like your core cast do.
I'm sorry, Andy. I don't care. I don't care how. I just don't.
Like, dude,
if they look like that, I don't care what kind of character progression they have.
I like what's it called? I watched Turning Red just on a whim, and I really liked it. I mean, it ain't perfect.
Because you still like animation as a whole. I've kind of. You still like Disney animation, I mean.
I didn't actually. I've been doing a thing where I've been catching up on all my animated movies I missed out between now and like 2016 because I fell off of it because I just hated movies after I got kicked out of the New York industry. But I've been catching up on all my animated films, and I gotta say, there are some real sleepers. The big one was Luca.
Any better? I didn't catch up on Toy Story 3 when it came out. I still have yet to see it. I have no interest in it.
I haven't seen Toy Story 3. I haven't seen Luca, and I haven't seen. Okay, I've seen like half of Moana, and I enjoyed the half I saw.
I didn't like.
I just haven't finished it.
I did not care for Moana.
Moana was
actually kind of boring, unfortunately.
I turned it off after 10 minutes. I wasn't into it.
The thing Menthol talking about, like Toy Story 3, it came out that time when Pixar was like, all right, every movie, surprise villain. You're going to be able to tell halfway through the movie, but surprise villain. And so it did that same shit, and I fucking hate surprise villains.
Hey, The Incredibles did really good. We should just cookie cutter that formula a lot.
That's pretty much it.
Even like
I don't know which one was first because they did it on Toy Story 2 as well. Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
A lot of the early Pixar shit, it has that same thing. I don't know who did it first.
I don't know. Like it was in that time. Like at first, like when I saw Monsters Inc., I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. I saw it in Wreck-It Ralph, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I like the Candy King thing because the main reason I liked it, I like Wreck-It Ralph in general. And then I read like a really good like theory about it. About imagine the kids who played that version of Sugar Rush versus kids who played the actual version, and they're like, oh man, I could never beat the Candy King, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So you create like an in-game Mandela effect right there. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty metal.
But then they just did it for every movie. And I was like, why are we doing this?
And
why don't we just have a villain and call it a day?
How about nothing fucking happening throughout all 1 hour and 40 minutes of Frozen 2? Like,
yeah.
They go on like just a side quest. That the movie was a side quest.
Yeah, it was a poorly copied season 2 of Tangled. Not gonna lie, it's very fucking similar.
And Frozen 1 just a poorly copied Tangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rumor that they copied it. I could see them copying it, but I don't know if there's any actual proof.
I can absolutely believe in it, dude. Frozen has always reeked of Disney corporate soullessness to me.
Yeah.
It is premium, like, there is no love for these characters. Nobody gives a shit about the story. Nobody gives a fuck about the world. We're here to make money.
Oh God, you just make my nipples tingle with that.
Like that is how Frozen has always looked to me. And then I went and saw the movie, and yeah, that's how it feels. Cars had more fucking soul in it than Frozen.
Cars had car tramp stamp. That's soul.
I actually enjoyed the first Cars, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Pretty soulful.
First Cars was fun.
That example.
Cars 2, not good.
Planes had more fucking soul in
Dude,
it than Frozen.
I actually got a story about planes. Fucking so my buddy Scumbag Ben, that's his full legal name, Scumbag Ben, first last name. Anyway, Scumbag Ben don't got no state ID. He don't got no license. He's a scumbag. Him and our other friend douchebag Brian, that's his full name, first name for douchebag, last name Brian. They go see Kick-Ass 2. Scumbag Ben ain't got no license, so he can't go see R-rated movie. They won't let him in without checking his ID. Points at his beard, no dice. So he's like, fuck it, I'll go watch Planes. Brian fucking hated Kick-Ass 2. Ben comes out of Planes, smiling like a little boy. He's like, I had a wonderful time. Planes was superb.
The duality of man.
I still remember the weird fucking look the like ticket taker took from me and my friends. We just came from like a rock concert and we're like wearing our like heavy metal shit. And she's thinking, oh, we're gonna see like the horror movie or something like that. We're like, we're gonna have a couple of tickets to Cars, please. And she just gives us a fucking weird ass look.
Dude, I get that. Like for the first couple years I went, every time I would go to the Ghibli Fest, I would get that shit because I'd walk in there and like, here's giant ass Funkshire walking in. I'm like, yeah, I want one for Kiki's delivery service.
Oh man, I want to be that guy. I want to be the big guy who asks for Kiki's delivery service. You are living the dream, Funk. I swear.
I love Kiki's delivery service, even though it's like I always get kind of freaked out because toward the end, like she gets depressed, can't use her powers, and Gigi gets a girlfriend, he can't talk anymore, and I'm like, that bitch sucked the soul out of him. That's a succubus cat. Kiki, why are you not helping your goddamn cat?
Okay, I've got a question for you guys.
All right.
Have you ever seen a movie that was so bad you walked out halfway through it, a quarter of the way through it, and asked for your money back?
No, but I do have a story for it.
I have seen a movie that I would have walked out on, but I decided to just do drugs in the theater instead because there was only 4 people in the theater.
That's the menthol milk.
I didn't have that
There
option.
were
I didn't have that option.
Bro, 4 people in a whole ass theater. 4!
So
That is
I got
nuts!
a little...
You think that's bad mental? One time, me and my friend were going to go see a movie. I can't remember what the fuck it was. It was like an early showing. His mom didn't want to see us, so she was waiting in the lobby. And we go in there. We're the only ones in there, so we got bored halfway through the movie, and we're literally just throwing like popcorn and shit at each other until we like get fucking bored and just leave.
What was the movie?
I don't remember. It was something forgettable. It was probably some cartoon, but it wasn't interesting or something.
Oh, I remember mine.
So the only movie I have ever, I walked out. I got a little tipsy before this, thinking that I would enjoy, like, I would ironically enjoy how bad it was, and I couldn't even do that. I went and saw Cats.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
Did you at least get the butthole cut?
Ew. Boy, I was bracing.
I saw it like maybe like 2 days after they fucking re-released it because they forgot to fucking put fur on Judi Dench's hands, so she just had like
DLC
hands.
the movie.
I remember that.
Yeah.
They patched that bitch because it was needing a patch.
How do you? That's funny as fuck to me. Sorry. Go ahead, Gibbles.
That's how bad. The movie was so bad that the people that made the movie put it out before it was even done because they didn't want to deal with it anymore.
They fucking Cyberpunk 2077 Cats? Are you kidding
Yes,
me?
they really did.
No,
they
it's real.
released a separate second release after it was in theaters because, oh god, we fucked up. We have to fix these visual effects. Here, put this one out instead.
God, it was so bad. So I'm in there, right? And I'm a little buzzed, and I'm thinking like, okay, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be terrible. I love bad movies. Like, I unironically love bad movies. I went and saw fucking Ridiculous Cage and Left Behind, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Jesus.
Oh, and Silver Surfer, fucking Fantastic Four 2, the second one.
Yeah,
I liked
it.
One. High as a fucking kite. That was a pretty all right movie. Wasn't great. It was all right, just because I was baked.
So
Dude.
I was watching Cats, and I got to the part where like Rebel Wilson cat is doing her little bit, and like she's cat masturbating and eating cockroach people, and I was so viscerally, like on a cellular atomic level, I was so goddamn uncomfortable.
Dude, that whole bit is like terrifying.
It made me, as someone who has drawn terrible things and who has seen terrible things, it made me so uncomfortable, like squirming in my seat, uncomfortable. I got up, left the theater, walked up to the counter and said, listen, I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before, but that movie was fucking bad. Can I get my money back? And the kid behind the counter was like, I don't know how to do that. I can get my manager. And I said, you know what?
Get the fuck out, dude.
This was when I was in school, and I got, the student discount. The ticket was like $6. I was like, you know what? I want you to know that Cats is not good. And I left.
Goodbye, Cats.
Jesus.
If
Oh, good.
I was like, if it makes you feel any better, I walked out of a movie involuntarily. As in, I didn't want to leave, but I had to. Because it's not because the movie was bad. I took a girl to see The Mummy when The Mummy first came out.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies, and I love Brendan Fraser. I love everybody in there. The Mummy's also, for like many people, one of the first times I kind of realized, like, you know what? I might not be just straight. Shit. Brandon Fraser,
kind of looking like a snack.
You know what? It happens. It
all,
happens.
all I'm saying is, if I found anyone in a sarcophagus, I'd say jackpot. But I took a girl to see it, and we're sitting there, and everything's going good. Date's going really well, and it gets to the part where they start fucking with the scarabs, and she's getting nervous. So Funk is like, "All right, I'm gonna put my arm around her. This is gonna work." And I put my arm around the seat, and she kind of like leans into me, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this worked. Yeah,
yeah."
And
Get it.
about that time, it got to the part where the scarab crawls under Jonathan's skin and is moving around, which caused her to vomit.
Oh
No, it's not under Jonathan's skin. It's under it's under the heavy
the
set guy.
brothers.
I thought it was Jonathan because they got Jonathan's out. Like he had one, and they got it out.
They do have one that gets under him.
Yeah, no, the heavyset guy gets eat up.
Yeah, he gets fucked.
But Jonathan gets one, and they get it out, and like that one got on Jonathan, and like because she'd seen the one earlier, and Liam told me he's like, "That's so gross." I just. But then this one happened, and she's just like all over me, and then we left, and like she's like giving me napkins and apologized. I'm trying to get shit off of like I can't remember what the fuck shirt I was wearing, but I was like trying to get off my blue jeans and everything, and like we're trying to get out there. I didn't freak out or anything. I was mainly worried because I was like, "Are you okay?" Like, damn, that's a lot of vomit. Are you okay? And we left the theater. I never got to see how the Mummy ended. I had to actually go back next weekend and watch it. And yeah, I walked out of there with all that vomit on me, and then she just never called me back again because she was too fucking embarrassed, apparently. That or vomiting on me was just her way of trying to say, "I'm not interested. I need to get the fuck out of here." So
Defense mechanism. It's like,
I was like,
that's a hell of an escape strategy.
that's what I'm saying.
It's a squid strat.
It's like a squid strat. Like, oh, you must play Splatoon. That shit ain't out yet, lady. She hit me with that. I mean, like, it was more vomit than a girl her size should have been able to make. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, it keeps coming.
Damn, lady, there's corn in here. We ain't had no corn.
Oh, well, there goes the spaghetti I bought her earlier. All right, cool, fine, whatever.
I've never seen a movie in a theater where I wanted to walk out, but I
have.
I was watching The Martian, and it gets to the part where Damon is sewing himself back up, and the two chicks in front of me and my date just scamper out of the theater going, "Oh my god, I literally can't," quote for quote, "I literally can't even, oh my god." And we never saw them again. They didn't come back. They stayed gone.
Damn.
I have never left the theater midway through a movie, even though I've wanted to a couple times. I have seen people leave at the beginning of a movie, like 10, 15 minutes in.
That's just because they ended up in the wrong theater.
That's what it is, and then they were yelling at their kids for it.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I did get my money back when I went to go see Battle Angel Alita, and it wasn't because like it was bad. I love the movie; it's a fantastic movie, but because we got in there for like the first 10 minutes of the movie was shown in like 1080p on a fucking movie screen.
Ooh,
so you're sitting there,
dumbass.
Yeah, like somebody fucked it up and they're showing it up there, and it's like about the size of like a 36-inch TV. We're like, I can't see shit.
What?
And they finally come in there and like they're like, well, you guys can either stay till we fix it, or we'll give you like gift cards that you can have for next time. And one guy stood up and was like, well, why don't we just get both? And then everybody just kind of got unruly and was about to riot. So like, all right, you guys all get gift cards for a free movie and free snacks, and you get to watch the movie. And everybody just started cheering, and we all just stayed and watched after they finally fixed the resolution on the movie.
And then everybody clapped.
Did you clap?
Everybody clapped. I don't clap at movies because that's fucking.
I don't either.
Yeah,
unless there's somebody that's worked on the movie in the theater with you, do not clap at the movie. I don't care how much you enjoyed it. It's like yelling at your screen during a football game. Only you are doing it. They can't hear you.
Don't talk to me
I
about
admit watching theaters with black people does heighten the experience sometimes.
Dude, oh my
does.
god.
Like,
Okay, so
I still have vivid memories of watching Blade in theaters. We went to downtown theater, and there was this one black guy like sitting somewhere in the theater. I don't know where he was, but every time they would do like a battle, he go, "Oh man, that was cool! Man, that was cool!" And then Blade does like a really badass thing. He says, "Oh man, that was so cool! It was cool!"
Dude, hell yeah. I'm all for that. It's so fucking bad, but I love it. I saw
Now, occasionally you get the commenter in the theater that enhances the movie, but more often than not, it's a detriment.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? It was like
Yeah,
Patton
I hate
Oswalt said something like that. It's like they went to go see Three Kings. Guy came in with a trash bag full of popcorn, looked at the screen, went 1, 2, 3, Three Kings right there.
Jesus.
I went to go see fucking the Broly movie on IMAX, and the IMAX screen was a little close to the hood of P-Town. And let me tell, I've never had so much fun watching a movie. Oh my god.
Dude.
You'd think we were watching a street fight.
Yeah.
There's when I went to see It Part 2, we went to a nice theater in Mobile called the Nexus. It's one of those theaters you can go in and they'll serve you breakfast and shit.
Oh my god.
And not breakfast, fucking food.
No, breakfast. They serve you breakfast. Don't ruin the illusion for me.
But literally, like the last time I went, like they had a thing where you could get an omelet, and I got an omelet, and I was like, all right,
Okay,
cool.
so they sell breakfast. All right, good.
So they just sell breakfast food. Anything's breakfast food if you eat it in the morning. But there was a girl behind me. She was there with her family. I kept hearing like, "Oh no, don't go in there. No, don't. Why y'all dumb? Don't be dumb." I was like, "Why are you being a fucking stereotype right now, ma'am? You need to stop that shit." And she's, "Oh no!" And I finally got tired. And I turned around. I said, "Can you shut the fuck up?"
Oh my god.
And her dad like piped up, "What the fuck?" And like we kind of ran around and kind of got face to face with each other. And I was like, "I'm just gonna get kicked out of this movie theater," but I am pissed off because there's two places in the world I get unconditionally angry: behind the wheel and in a movie theater. Because I have paid money to be at this movie theater, and if you don't put that baby on vibrate, I don't give a fuck. Put it outside. It'll be fine. It's only been like 2 hours.
Damn right, brother. Put the baby on vibrate.
Put the baby on vibrate. It'll be all right. But she's back there just, I'm like, you are perpetuating stereotypes, madam. You need to stop this shit. And she's just, "Oh no, y'all dumb. Don't do that. Oh no, girl." And I'm just like, oh my God, will you shut the fuck up?
The bad thing is, every time I think of that stereotype, all I can think of is Brenda from Scary Movie talking about Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
Shakespeare in love.
Yup.
It's terrible. I should not do that, but damn it, it happens every time.
Yeah, I do admit, Menthol is right. A lot of times it's a detriment because when I watched the very first Spider-Man in theaters at the downtown theater, there's a fucking 5-year-old sitting right behind me. And every single time Spider-Man showed up, he goes, "It's Spider-Man! It's Spider-Man! It's like, oh, he's hitting Spider-Man! It's Spider-Man! Why did he hitting Spider-Man? He shouldn't hit Spider-Man!"
Dude, y'all remember when I went and saw fucking Deadpool opening weekend and that shit happened?
Yeah.
Dude, something similar happened like when I went to see Infinity War. I remember sitting there and like there's people everywhere. I went opening weekend just because I was like, I want to do this because I can walk to the theater that this was at. So I got there, I'm all excited. And like, yeah, Infinity War, people are seeing my shirt. Because I have this shirt, it's called like My Avenger Academia, where it's the My Hero cover one, but it's Marvel superheroes and All Might is Captain America and this shit. And I love this shirt, and I'm wearing. People are like, "Dude, cool shirt, yeah, great." And we're all having a good time, and I'm like, "Man, we're gonna make it as a fucking species." Till I got to my damn seat. I got to my seat, and there was a family in there. Like the mama looked like she ain't slept in 3 days. She's been getting her ass beat by dad, who's next to her, who has been working, doubles for the past week because they accidentally had kid number 3, which is latched to her titty currently, and then kid number 1 that they never wanted in the first place, but is keeping this marriage together, is running wind sprints up and down the fucking aisle right there. And like the movie's fixing to start, and I'm just like, this kid is still running. Like, okay, he'll stop in a minute. And then the movie starts, he still doesn't stop. 15 minutes of the movie still has not fucking stopped. So I stuck my foot out. I tripped that little shit. I stuck my foot out. I stuck my foot out. That little kid ate shit, and I was like, "Oh man, that sucks. That sucks, little buddy. It's a shame that'll happen." I wanted to like just start. That's a shame. That's going to happen every time you run from now on. But I was like, oh man, that sucks. You fell down, little buddy. And he started bawling. So the mama had to get up, and she still got the baby attached to her titty, and she's not even holding it anymore. It's just holding on with suction, and she walks out with no little kid. Dad's asleep over there because, like I said, he's been on them doubles. That meth ain't keeping up with him no more.
Now, the one movie that I mentioned earlier where I would have walked out, but then I just started doing drugs and then just finally got sick and said, fuck it, I'm not really interested in dealing with this movie anymore. I'm going to go puke and then get some cold air while my friends finish the movie. Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking waste.
I'm sorry.
My time back.
I do not like most Tim Burton movies.
Like, the Batman's a Nightmare Before Christmas, about all I like.
I like some of his older stuff, but not as
Corpse Bride is also okay, but that's just Nightmare Before Christmas. Part
Alice
2.
in Wonderland was enough up his alley. I thought he might be able to do something with it that wasn't trash. The problem was it was too late in his career for him to not do something that was trash.
Yeah.
There he hired Danny Elfman, whose all music sounds the same.
Dude, talking about drugs and movies, I'm not quite as fluent with drugs, but
No, I just
a long while.
fucking hydros and snorting them.
Nah, shit. No, well, what happened to me is some friends of mine got me to try their edibles. And they gave me a pretty good sized one. And I was like, all right, I'll try it. And I was like, man, this is pretty good. It's like, it's tasty. I can't even taste the. And then I came to and I was laughing my ass off. And I mean, I'm belly laughing. Like, I am laughing like it's like I just saw the first cat video ever. Like, and I'm kind of piecing it together. I'm like, where the fuck what? I'm in a movie theater? Why am I in a movie theater? How did I get here? Like, my friends are.
Warnings about edibles exist.
Yeah. My friends are like sitting there watching a movie and watching me in horror because everybody in the theater is staring at me in horror because I am laughing my ass off at the scene in The Vitch where the goat kills the dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I am cackling. I am just there like, oh, let's fucking go. Look at that. Go get him. Oh, shit. Oh, the goat got him. Oh, I got him again. Oh, shit.
Wait,
That shit happened to me and my buddy William one year. We went and saw fucking Grudge 2 whenever that came out in theaters.
Oh,
and that came out on Friday the 13th.
Yup.
So everybody's already kind of nervous to start with. Going to a horror movie in the theater, shit's kind of loud, room's real dark. Ghost bitch comes out the mirror, grabs old girl on the bed, yanks her into the mirror. Everyone in the room screams. Well, we're sitting there just fucking cackling, having a grand old time. Just every single one of these kills, we're just losing our shit laughing. We eventually start deciding we're just going to fuck around and just have, a little bit of fun with the audience and shit. Couple of people in front of us, about, one row up. Turns out it's a row of like 5 college girls. They're all sitting there. Me and William look at each other like, all right, man, we can get them. I got 2 shoulders on each hand. What about you? He's like, yeah, I get the other ones. Like, all right, cool. Reach up, shake the absolute shit out of their seats on the next jump scare. They freaked the fuck out.
Oh my god, dude.
4 out of 5 dropped their phones in the floor. Me and William reach up underneath there with our feet, scoop them phones back before they even notice. Look at them and like, man, we could just run off with this shit and make some money, but nah, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna be good Samaritans. Excuse me, miss, you dropped this. Like, hand them off to him and shit. Do all that. A little bit, later in the movie, about 30, 45 minutes goes by. Another bit comes up. William gets up. He's going to get some shit out of the fucking snack bar. He's like, hey, man, you want anything? Like, yeah, man, get some more popcorn. And he's like, all right, cool. He sits down right there beside me on the end of the row for a minute, waiting for the next jump scare. As soon as it comes up, he just goes, oh, shit, we all gonna die, y'all! And just runs. Just bolts for the back of the theater. Full speed. Scattering popcorn everywhere. Looking like he's about to shit himself. And everyone turns and goes, what the fuck? And like 3 or 4 people out here go, whenever he does it. They got a fucking jump scare out of him doing shit.
Jesus, that's
Just because
amazing.
we're fucking higher than giraffe pussy in here fucking with these niggas at the goddamn theater because we
Oh
ain't
my-
having no fucking scares. We just having fun.
Dude, I think I ever
I
told us.
love movies like that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't think I ever told us, but if I told you all the story about how my mom got in a fight at Star Wars.
No.
I've heard it, but I don't think anyone else has.
Okay.
Do tell.
So my mom is a big Star Wars fan. She's the one that got me into as a kid, mainly because she liked to show me Return of the Jedi, get to the scene with the fucking Rancor, and then watch me run from the room because the Rancor used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. So she did that constantly, and I ended up really liking Star Wars. And in 1997, you know, did the big re-release where they showed them in theaters again, and everybody was really excited. I was really excited to go see it. I'd only seen them like on VHS. I'd never seen them in a movie theater, so I was ready. I was like, this is gonna be great. And so my mom's like, well, why don't we go? We'll tell you what, we'll go Saturday night. And so my mom grabs me and my brother. My dad didn't want to go. He's never been a big Star Wars guy, so he stayed home. And we all loaded up to go and get to the movie theater. And my mom was kind of picking up. I've always been I like sad movies. I like sad stories, you know, makes you feel alive, reminds you you're human, all that kind of shit. And so my mom, like, as we're walking in, like, we get our tickets, she looks at me and she goes, now, Funk, remember, you can't cry when you find out that, or when when Darth Vader says that he's Luke Skywalker's father, like you do at home. Just picking on me. This lady behind us came unfucking glued because she did not know that this shit happened.
What?
And have you ever seen that bit in The Simpsons when, like, Homer Simpson walks out and he's like, and I can't believe that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father. We had that fucking moment, like, right there in the popcorn line because my mama decided to pick on me, and this lady starts chewing on my mama. My mom looks at her and goes, have you been living under a fucking rock? And the lady starts screaming again, and she's like, look, this is a 20-year-old movie. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean I have to be careful with fucking spoilers. And my mom never said fuck, so she was like absolutely pissed at this point.
Yeah, because that's one of the most culturally significant fucking memes of all time.
Who
That's it.
don't know that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, everybody fucking knows that. Like, everybody knows that, and everybody knows Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
That's
So
the
this
same
was-
shit as somebody coming up to you and being like, you know, oh man, I can't believe Jesus died on the cross. Spoilers!
That's it. It's like if I
What
watched.
the fuck do you mean spoilers? How you not know this?
Exactly. It's like if I watch Passion of the Christ, I'm sitting there going like, man, I hope Jesus gets away this time.
Man, I got some bad news for you. I read the book.
It ain't
I
good.
read the book. Let me tell you this: they're gonna catch him, and some fucked up dragon shit happens at the end of this movie. But this woman is like chewing on my mom. My mom is just like firing back every time, just cutting her down. And like finally, she just looked at the woman and said, "Look, I'm just gonna go enjoy a movie with my fucking kids. Why don't you get the fuck out of my face, shovel some more goddamn popcorn in your face, and go back to the fucking farm you fell out of?"
Oh my god.
Damn.
Your mom.
And I'm just sort of like, dude, my mom's where I get my ability to insult people, and it's fucking amazing. And I love it
Why is your mom?
But,
why is your mom so cool?
because she's like 5'3", so there's not much of her.
My mother is 5'3", and she's not nearly as cool as your mother. Oh, yeah, I got
Well,
chipped.
They should hang out because you know my mom's pretty cool. You know, she's basically a small Funkshire, is the best way to put it. Or I'm a large version of my mother. Like I feel like I was supposed to be a little guy. Then it was like they're like, all right, well, we're gonna make him a little guy. And he's gonna have his mom's feisty ass attitude. And it's like, oh shit, we left him in the oven a little too long.
Oh shit, we dropped him in the taffy puller, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh shit. He's a fucking ox with an attitude. This isn't gonna work.
This is a bad combo.
I still remember the first time I heard my mama use that word. Like, holy shit. I flinched.
Jesus.
Hearing her tell that shit to a teacher, talking about, bitch, I will fuck you up. Like, whoa, whoa, mom don't never say that shit. What is going on in there?
I don't care how old you are, or like how, or you know, where you've been, what you've seen. The first time you hear your mama say "fuck" is always like just the most jarring experience of your life.
As a resident of New Jersey, it's not that big
yeah,
over here.
it's not.
It's almost every other sentence.
Yeah, it's.
You guys are like the exception, not
Here,
the
wait,
rule. Though.
I'm
Like-
gonna,
are the
like-
exception.
wait, I'm gonna
Breeding
here. Wait,
for
I'm gonna do this. Give me a quick sec.
The only people
Hey,
that
Mom!
say fuck more than Jersey people are Philly people who are like, yeah, I saw a man get killed today. You wouldn't make it fucking Philly. You know, that kind of shit.
think people with the fucking Latino rage would fucking put up a good fight too, because supposedly one of my first words was a curse word. So I was raised in cussing. I actually got sent out of daycare. She's like, he is so foul mouthed. And then I had to learn from my grandma not to curse in front of other people.
Well, that's just because
Lucky.
you're an overachiever, Santa. Over here, like I'm telling these people to fuck off at 6.
Got a head start over here.
Sam's out here like, I'm gonna win at cussing and
Oh,
Okay.
What
Sax-
happened?
I couldn't get her to come upstairs to say fuck.
Ah, damn. Also, Saxophone has put the best fan art I think I've ever received.
Saxophone. I gotta put this on stream. Oh,
That is beautiful, and I love it.
oh, that's the fucking death to all Charlie horses right there. All right.
yes, Wolfric. He's still
Man down, man down.
Oh my god, call the police, call an ambulance, I swear.
But not for me.
Yes, for me. Fuck off. This hurts. I can't even save Saxophone's lovely image he spent 1,000 hours on.
And he's over suffering. Call the police so they'll put him out of his misery.
Oh
You
my
got the knife gut wound too, Andy? I've
No.
been having that for like almost a week now.
No, Santa, I'm not as bad. It's not as bad, but it still hurts a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, but like earlier this week, I woke up, like stretched backwards and felt a pop in my bottom left ribs.
Oh my
And
god.
like my back below my fucking shoulder blade, and then my like left ab is just been feeling like someone stabbed me in the stomach and is like jabbing me in the ribs from behind with like a broom handle. It fucking sucks.
Sorry, boss.
Like it's actually the stomach pain's like fucking with me. I think it's actually making me feel nauseous now. Like I end up like getting motion sickness watching shit with menthol the other night.
Oh.
Hell.
I might-
Anyways, be sure to limber up.
I was like, curiously, it didn't happen during all the movement in Kingsman.
No,
kinda
it was. I was feeling sick before watching Kingsman, though. I don't know what the fuck. Like after that one night, I might have just had fucking food poisoning for all I fucking know. Because I was feeling nauseous all fucking day. Anyway, sorry to derail the thing.
It's all right.
No, you're good.
You're all good.
No,
I fucking
Sad to read.
Dude, a killer of conversation and
Dude.
bringer of death.
No,
dude, I
I
had.
was sitting over here stuffing beans and cornbread in my mouth.
I remember
I was-
for like a month I couldn't even fucking like eat because like I had what was it? I was leaking poopage out of my small intestine. Thought it was stomach cancer. Wasn't. Thank God. But no, I was I had the mother of all ulcers in my small intestine, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna patch this up and shit." And I didn't do the best follow up. The week after, I went to a con and drank my ass off. I was fine though. That's the thing. I turned out fine.
The best I got. I told a story on cast last night about the time I rode a bull backwards through town.
Oh, this is a great story.
Not on purpose, but what I haven't told is the after effect of that, where I had to spend a week at the house because what I felt like after it happened and everything kind of got settled down, adrenaline stopped. I kind of started to hurt, kind of like in the groinal area, and I was just kind of like, oh well, I did just fucking ride a bull backwards, so that's all it is. I'm just sore. That's all it is.
No, that's a hernia, son.
Well, it wasn't a hernia. Apparently, whatever I did when I came down and he bucked, he hit me like in the nuts, and basically he said it was my left, but it could have been my right, whatever. My left testicle like swole up.
Yeah.
So basically, I had like, I guess you could call it like a black testicle, like a black eye on my nuts, and it was just like, I think it was like it took a couple of days for the swelling to even start to go down, and I was like, well, it can't be that bad. And like after I got back from the doctor, I kind of went to get in the shower and I looked. I was like, holy shit!
Now, a buddy of mine had that happen to him one time where he rolled over on his morning wood. And he felt a pop, and he was like, "Oh, whatever. It's not that big a deal."
Oh no!
And then he said within a day or two, the thing was the size of a grapefruit, and he had to go to the doctor with it.
Mine got to be about the size of like a tangerine.
Ow.
Oh,
Like I got in the shower. I got in the shower and like I could feel it, and I was like, well, it probably feels worse than it looks. I'm like, I got in the shower and I was like, what the fuck is that? Why are you 3 different colors?
why are you growing?
Why have you got a little face on you?
There's a really good reaction image I'm thinking, or a reaction gif I can make in my head right now that I'm thinking of from the series Misfits. Because there's one, the whole show is about like superpowers, and the superpowers take the forms of like the weirdest possible ones.
Yeah.
And in one episode, somebody gets hit with an STD superpower that somebody else has.
Oh boy.
Which makes their dick rot off because they were being a shallow asshole. And he's just standing there at the urinal, eating an ice cream cone, taking a whiz, and then he looks down and he goes, "What the fuck?" and drops the ice cream cone. That's what I'm seeing in my head.
Yeah. Because I think if I remember, I had like a new bar of soap or something with me, and I went to get in there, and I was like, what the fuck?
Whoa! What?
Because like when I went to the doctor, and he was like, well, one of your testicles is swelling. It's going to probably swell bigger. Da, da, da. It wasn't that bad, but then like I got home, and by that point it was like the tangerine size, and I was just like, this isn't good. I don't like this at all.
Tell you what, folks, look out for hernias. I've had one. They ain't fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hiatal hernia repair is a pretty simple operation, but you still don't want it. It's a bitch to recover from.
How about you, Bill? You ever get any horrible injuries?
I'm sorry, what was that? Repeat yourself, you were a little quiet.
Sorry. You ever get any horrible injuries?
Yes.
You want to tell
My
the
leg.
Oh, right, the 3rd-degree burns when we first met you. Right, yeah.
It's still discolored on. It's fine now, but it's just like I don't know if that's a scar or just discoloration.
No idea. I never had a severe like burn scar like
It's like
that.
2nd
Yeah,
degree.
same.
If it was 3rd degree, I don't know. I don't know. I might have lost. Wasn't black.
Depending on how many years it's been, like it'll fade with time to where
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, because I've gotten a couple of those burns like that before, and it's like they start off real dark, and then they eventually fade to like the same tone as the rest of your skin. They just have a different texture when you look at them closely.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
Yeah,
most?
don't fuck around with marshmallows either.
I'm reminded, like, for some reason, I'm reminded of the ominous feeling that overcame me as I looked at the text message my friend sent me when I went to go watch the first episode of My Little Pony. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this. No secret here. I was used to be really big in the My Little Pony scene.
Really?
Oh yeah, no shit, dude.
No shit.
Not like big, like all right, whatever.
I am surprised and shocked.
Like I really not like big, like oh man, he's a fucking My Little Pony influencer. This guy's fucking making everyone get by the hooves at Starbucks.
Dude,
Guys in the club.
You basically were.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, where was I? No, what I mean is like big, as in like I was a huge fan of the show, and I was big in the fandom. Not big in the fan, but like I was in deep, as it were. You know.
Yeah.
You know, even take away the exposure part, I was a big participant. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah.
And I remember, I'll never forget. I liked cartoons, and my buddy Brian was super into the show. And I was like, yo, send me the first episode. I'll watch it. I'm kind of curious. He sent it to me over Facebook, and it had the little hyperlink that turned to a little graphic of the thumbnail of the YouTube video. Because back then the show was on YouTube because Hasbro didn't give a shit.
No.
And my mouse hovered over the hyperlink, and I felt this, like, onset of dread overcome me. And I was just like, what's going on here?
You could hear the whoa.
I could like
it's
it's like the next fucking 10 years of my life jumped at my face and was like, if you click this link, you'll get engaged. If you click this link, you're gonna start a fucking podcast. If you click this link, you'll get kicked out of the film industry. All of this crap. That is probably directly related to that
you wish
shit.
to accept the mark of the dark soul. Are you sure?
Yes. It's like clicking the fucking dark sign. That's what it was like when you click that link.
That's the same almost feeling I got
Black spot.
when I first ever like got involved in Warhammer, and I was just like, orcs, what are those? Those sound really cool. And then like, here we are. Speaking of, I had a sad day orc hunting today. I had 2 objectives today. Well, 3. One was accomplished. One was to go eat lunch with my dad, my brother, and my soon-to-be sister-in-law.
That's great.
So we went. We had a good time with that. That was good. Dad had a good time, so that's perfect. Because I have a personal vendetta to make sure my dad has a good time, because my dad had a shit childhood and he gave me a really good childhood. So I want to make sure he has fun. He's also a very dour person, and I'm like, Dad, I love you, but you could perk the fuck up. Come on, man. Come on. Look, you got ice cream. Calm the fuck down over there. But we did
But
that.
it's only vanilla funk sharp.
Dude, okay, so we went to Dairy Queen. My dad loves Butterfinger, and I got him a Butterfinger Blizzard. I was like, hey, Dad, I got you a Butterfinger Blizzard. He's like, oh, well, thank you. And he started eating it. And I kind of noticed he was starting to kind of pick at it. And I was like, you all right over there? He's like, well, the one I got with your mom last week had way more Butterfinger in this in it. I don't know if I can finish this. I was like, come on, shit. Like, so I went up there and I was like,
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Your dad's sitting there eating the fucking push pop, and he's like, "Yeah, it's all right. I like the orange sherbet and everything, but we all gonna die someday, right?" Like, motherfucker, what?
I can see that. It's like we're sitting there and like we go somewhere like go to a steakhouse. He gets like a steak and you never cut. And I was like, hey, Dad, how's your steak? It's good. Almost makes you forget this cow had a family too.
Yeah, right.
Shit like that. I'm like, Dad, I love you, but calm down, please.
Please, no more existentialism until dessert, okay?
He didn't get too bad today, and he had a good time. So we were like, all right, cool. I had 2 objectives after that. I was going to go to the local store or local game shop, and I was going to try and get me some orcs. And then after that, I was hopefully going to get myself a new bicycle. If I couldn't find the orcs, I was going to do that. Well, I couldn't find the orcs I wanted, which is kind of a bummer because all they have are the beast orcs. I don't have the information for the beast orcs, and I apparently realized I passed up a really good deal on some models, and I was just kind of like, well, shit, I ain't got anything I want. Went to the bicycle shop. I did not realize bicycles were this fucking expensive anymore.
Yeah.
I walk in, the girl stops me, and she's like, okay, so what are you looking for? I was like, well, I am 6'5", but my legs are only about 30 inches long, so I probably need like a 27, 26 inch bike, something like that. Something for a big guy like me. I'm not going anywhere crazy. I just want to be able to get around town. She's like, well, okay, we can start you off in the price range of about $550.
What? Hold on, wait a minute.
That's about what decent like mid-range bikes start at. Mine was $900, and I
bought
got
a
like
Schwinn 2 years ago. It was $100. That was it.
That's basically what I told myself. I'm just gonna go ahead, Kibbles. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bikes are one of those things that like, can you get a cheap one? Yeah, but for people like me, like I'm a bigger guy, and I like when I'm pedaling, I fucking hammer down. You need something decent that'll hold up.
Well, see, I'm all for sometimes you got to get the quality. And I was thinking, like, okay, I said at the most, because the last time I bought a bike, it was kind of like Billy said, I paid like $88 for a bike. And I was looking, I was like, all right. I was like, so a good bike, I said, I might as well look at it. So I said, I got about $300 I can put to a bike. I think we'll be good.
Oh, you should have invested in a Peloton. You should have got
the Fuda.
I should have got the Fuda, yes.
That was an interesting day when I was trending.
Let me look and see if the Fuda's price has gone up. Let me see. Fuda inflation. Oh, that's pleasant.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's not pleasant at all. That's not a bicycle pump, ma'am.
That's not pleasant. Wait a minute. It's starting to get more pleasant.
Wait a minute.
Fuck,
no. I'm into this. But no, like I was like flabbergasted because like the cheapest bike they had was like a busted ass Huffy they had used for like $150, and I was like,
not even the Mongoose. Get the fuck out of here.
Not even the Mongoose. They had that, and I was like, I mean, they were really nice, but I was just like, dude, I cannot drop $500 on a fucking bicycle. Like, Jesus Christ.
Man, fuck that shit. You might as well pick up a pair of Heelys.
That's what I said. Look, I can't get the Heelys because then I'll be hydroplaning because all these bitches gonna get wet seeing that. I said it.
Which didn't.
It's not the LA Lights, Funk. Calm down.
Funk, do you have the stream open?
Oh, yes, I do.
Here, let me take a. I got a little quote
Oh,
from you.
that's beautiful. I love everything about this.
Who the hell's Steve Jobs?
I don't
Who
know.
the hell is Steve Jobs?
Oh, it's like Terrence Occupation. No idea.
You know what? Now I know that if I ever try to use Funkshire as a name on something and it's taken, I know what to do now.
Just lead speak it. Yeah.
I've been lucky so far that the only times I've run into something where Funkshire was actually used, it just turned out I'd completely forgotten I had an account for whatever it was.
Nah, Menthol's
Who
calling
the
enough
fuck
of
took?
the name that
It's like
people
who the
pick
fuck
up
took
on.
Funkshire? The retreat pass. Oh, that's me. Oh.
Unfortunately, it appears as though Kibbles is pretty fucking popular.
Dude,
Who
literally
would've
the
fucking
origin
guessed?
of Kibbles. The Kibbles and Tits joke. A buddy of mine also used that back when we were in middle school. And whenever I told him, yeah, this is my homeboy Kibbles, he's like, fucking who? No, I'm your homeboy Kibbles. Like, nah, man, there's two of y'all.
Do you guys? Real question here. Do you guys ever run into an Andy in real life and think like, oh, I know that one?
One of my one of my only friends in high school was Andy, and I accidentally broke his leg.
Well,
I didn't mean to. It was just football practice, and we were doing tackling drills, and I grabbed him by the leg, and like,
Don't say you
called
didn't
on
mean
me.
to. Own up to it.
I
You
did
know
not
you
mean
wanted to. He was
Like
being
I
an
said.
asshole. He stole your Butterfinger.
You grab
This
him by
man
the
was-
leg and you do the Shanghai spin,
That's it. I was holding his leg, and his leg is standing straight up. And then he fell over, and I did not realize this. And now he is laying horizontal on the ground while the leg is still standing up, and it's in my hand. I'm like, uh-oh. I said, Andy, you okay? And then he just looks and goes, why? And then sees his leg and starts screaming. I was like, yeah, can we get some help?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, like,
oh yo, I was gonna say my boy. Shout out to my boy Fallout Toon Link, by the way. Fallout recently beat Silent Hill, and kind of cool shit. He tweeted one of the head developer, the guy who designed Pyramid Head, and was like, "Hey, dude,
Yeah.
I finished your game." And the guy tweeted back like, "Dude, I'm great, so happy. That's fantastic. I'm glad you liked it." And I was like, "That's wholesome. That's sweet."
that is
Hell
awesome. Speaking
Yeah,
of
if only we
which,
can get Konami to quit fucking up
Yes.
and actually use some of their IPs.
No. We don't have time for rational decisions, Menthol.
I know, right? The Yakuza owns us now.
I'm sorry, Kibbles. I meant to say Menthol, but I was looking at your name. Menthol, have you been banned on Twitter yet from Hideki yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't sent him anything.
Yeah.
I knew you were talking about one time, like trying to figure out what you're going to send him to get not banned but blocked yet. So
Well, all I gotta do is send him literally anything in English and he'll ban me. So,
Remind me, who's Hideki?
Hideki Kamiya, the HNIC over at Platinum Games, he used to work for Capcom.
Oh.
like he would just straight up block you if you send him anything in English, and he just says blocked, and then that's it.
Yeah. About 3 or 4 years ago, someone actually flew to Japan to catch him at a fucking developers conference and ask him, "Hey man, you kind of have a legendary reputation for blocking people on Twitter. How long is your block list exactly?" And they pulled it up, and it was like 15,000 strong.
Jesus Christ.
And that was years ago.
That's dedication.
He straight up tells people regularly on his Twitter in Japanese, if you tell me shit I already know, if you tell me shit I've already seen, or if you tell me shit that's not in Japanese, you are fucking auto-blocked.
Damn.
I gotta respect it. I don't know.
It's on that Sigma
kind of-
male
guess
grind
what?
set.
Kind
He
of.
follows one single account on Twitter. One.
It's the Metal Gear guy,
Nope.
Hideki Tojo. What?
Nope. Some random ass model. That's it.
Respect.
He's got his priorities.
Yeah. He's just like, I want to see some titties, man. I don't give a shit about any of y'all.
Hideo
Don't ask me for
Kojima.
nothing.
Hideo Kojima. That's who it is. Not who's Tojo? It's the Emperor of Japan. I'm
Emperor?
sorry. Yeah, it's the Emperor of
No.
Japan. I'm sorry.
Tojo?
Hideo-
No, that's
no, Headache Kojumbo is an entirely different guy.
Hideki Colombo? I'm sorry.
Yeah, headache Kodumbo.
I think we got this. Oh man.
Crispy. Wait, what?
I just get rid of the sketch layer, and there we go.
Oh,
It's
that
beautiful.
is fucking cursed. Why did somebody put that in the chat?
What is it? Let me see.
It's over in another chat. Somebody was
Is it
talking
the-
about the double down dog, and they put crispy chicken cock sleeve.
That's what I was reading. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm not reading that out loud. I'm like,
No,
I
I'm
read
reading it
that
out
and went,
loud.
huh?
Okay.
I have zero fear.
No, it's not when I read it. I read it. I'm like, that's why I went like, huh? What? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to, but we're coming down to the end here, but I did want to bring up this very important topic. Gentlemen, condiments. Inside the fridge, outside the fridge. Talk to me.
Depends on what it is.
Is the condiment, is it open? That's the only question. If it's open, you
Nope.
put it in the fridge,
Nope.
unless it's honey. Honey is not a condiment. It's a whole different food.
Nope.
All
If
right.
it's a cream-based condiment, it has to stay in the fridge.
Like mayonnaise, I'd keep in the fridge, but everything else I feel like I'd keep out. But I don't do ketchup. Mustard, I'd keep out. Hot sauce, I'd keep out. Mayo gets the fridge. I'm a butter outside the fridge guy, too. I like keeping it soft.
How did your butter survive?
I eat it fast. I eat a lot of butter, all right? You want to ask any more questions?
I mean, butter's pretty good. I'm literally making garlic bread right now.
I don't
Andy's
use.
hands are the hands that butter the butter.
Yeah, I keep barbecue sauce outside because barbecue sauce like gets too thick if you put it in the front of the refrigerator and like won't come out of the bottle.
Agreed.
Ketchup, like depending on which ketchup it is, if I get like I get Whataburger ketchup a lot because I started making that and I leave it out, like I just keep it in the cabinet.
Sriracha I tend to keep in the fridge just because I don't use a whole fuckload of it on a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. So like one bottle will last a long time.
I put all my condiments in the fridge. I like it cold, but another reason is I live in a fucking hot, sweltering desert, so I don't want it to go bad as quickly.
That's understandable.
Sandy,
Yeah,
you ever
you should.
Sandy, you ever fry an egg on the sidewalk?
No, but you could spill a whole, like, what the hell are those big ass fucking gulps you could get? Gulp drinks.
Slurpees.
Big gulp.
Big gulp.
I have seen it to where it was so hot that I tripped, it spilt out, and I watched the puddle disappear in less than a minute.
Magic.
Because we have a dry heat to where you're always feeling thirsty. It's not humid like towards the coast. So when it's hot, it kills water. It's like, fuck you, water, get out of here. This is our neighborhood. So yeah, if you like drop water, I could believe you could cook shit with an egg. I never actually tried.
Because the sidewalk just gives you the actual visual equivalent of
Yep.
Are you serious? Like close to like, you know?
It doesn't hiss. You just see it shrink. It just goes away. like you'd expect it to be like it'll hiss and sizzle, but that's only if you put it on metal. Actually, it will hiss if you drop shit on metal. Speaking of, you never want to step on those motherfuckers out in the middle of barefoot.
I
can't even
doubt
walk.
you would.
I don't
Look
even
what it
walk
did
on
to the pork big gulp.
I don't even like walking barefoot in the summer on the sidewalk because it just makes the entire ground hard. I mean, hot. You just burn your fucking feet.
I used to walk barefoot around town.
I never did. Never liked it.
I've always been a barefoot person. Like, unless I have to wear shoes, I'm not gonna.
See, I gotta wear something on my feet.
I gotta wear socks at least.
Oof.
Oh,
I
God.
am in my own fucking house. I am in my own safe place. I got socks on.
Yeah, I got socks on in the house, but like when I'm walking around out of the house, the dream is to be able to walk around with no shoes on.
No, the only time you'll catch me wearing socks is when it's fucking cold. Like, it's gotta be snow on the ground cold before I fucking put socks on.
I gotta wear socks when I'm wearing my tennis shoes, but if I can wear anything else, I'm always just wearing like I got a pair of slides I wear everywhere because I'm just like I'm not putting on socks unless I absolutely fucking have to. Like I gotta wear boots to work because I gotta have steel toes when I go on construction sites, and then like the rest of the time it's just like whatever tennis shoes, and I gotta have the socks because I get those like odor eater socks because I don't want my feet to be all stinking.
I'm still wearing my khakis from the fucking attic. Let me tell you, I got home, horked down half a pie of Little Caesars, then came right here and did this.
You get on that Little Caesars, ain't you?
I just wanted it. I just had a craving. I don't eat it very often, but I said, "Fuck
Hey,
it."
it happens.
Hey, that's exactly what it's there for. It's cheap and like, fuck it, it'll do.
It's hot and it's ready.
Dude, I felt so bad for the guy behind the counter because like I walk up to Little Caesars and this fella like runs behind me and I'm like, I'm gonna I don't want to fight nobody. He runs past me into Little Caesars behind the counter. He's like, "Hi, sorry about that phone call. How can I help you?" And I was like, "Are you all right?" And he goes, "Yeah, some guy called. He said that he got okay. So get this. Apparently, some fella got into the wrong car, sat down." Realized he got into the wrong car, got out, and in that exchange, his credit card fell out of his pocket. So this guy was calling the Little Caesars employee, "Hey, have you seen this car I accidentally got into and probably lost my credit card? Can you tell him to stay?" Poor guy. And I'm just like, dude, at that point, you cancel the card. That's it. That's an L. Take the L right there. That's a 45-minute trip to the bank at the most. That's if the bank is far. Christ. Oh, yeah. But no, what? I got my first real paycheck, first big boy paycheck of my big boy job, and first thing I bought was Little Caesars.
Oh
I
yeah,
had an interview on Monday. Speaking of,
oh yeah, what are you gonna be when you grow up?
assistant to the assessor's office at a local township.
That sounds interesting.
That sounds important. What do you do?
I'm gonna see how much tax you have to pay on your house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck you then.
None.
You're not going to work for the IRS. You're going to work for the IBS, the Internal Bread Service. I'm with the FBI, Federal Bread Investigators.
Stop.
Hey,
So
yo.
stupid.
Being able to do that shit without even skipping a fucking beat is kind of tough.
Hey, yo, man, I'm trying to make a withdrawal.
You need to make it with payment.
With payment.
Man, why are you always out here talking shit? I ain't said shit yet, but you about to hear this pistol talk, son. You can call me the manager because I'm putting your ass to work.
Billy, do you have a gun? I don't hear a no.
Yeah, he's got a gun, a badge.
We know that Billy's loaded.
Hey, Billy, you can borrow mine. Oh, shit. There you go.
Uh-oh.
It's slightly used.
Can't sell a used gun. Nick Cage taught me that.
Yeah, right.
I did ask my boss about sending a tech out to your trailer. See about taking care of your rats.
Man, y'all gonna be in for the fight of y'all's fucking life.
It's a shame your mom won't let you use the danger noodle.
I'm telling you, man. The fucking danger noodle. That's what would solve this. But she has horrible ophidophobias, so that's a no-go.
Now, I'm going to tell you what I think the danger noodle is, and you have to tell me how close I am. I think that you shoved like a couple kitchen knives through a pool noodle to turn it into a flail and plan on patrolling the house, swinging it around, hitting whatever walks in your path. Tell me what the danger noodle is.
Danger noodle, the big-ass snake.
Oh.
Turn that fucker loose and let him scare the shit out of him.
Yeah, basically, you put the snake at the entrance of the mouse hole. It'll go inside, scare all the rats, and you basically hold a bucket or a cage or something to catch all the rats as they scurry out. They're like, "Holy shit, it's a snake!" And they'll just pour on out.
Yeah.
So terrified of the snakes.
It's a really good video of a dude doing it in the walls of his house where he's just cut like a little, like, about, I'd say 4-inch wide hole or so in the wall. Just cut that in there. Slips this big ass fucking snake in there. It goes all the way in. It's gone for about 30 seconds. And then you see like 15, 20 rats come out. And he just catches them in a bucket and puts a fucking board over the top. He hears some more coming, lifts that shit off. Another fucking 10, 12 rats jump in the bucket, puts the board back over it. Listens again. Another 15, 20 comes through, puts them in the bucket, fucking slides that board in there. Danger Noodle comes back out and he's like, "All right, thanks, bud."
Oh my god. Poor Skaven Blight.
Well, you could possibly get around that. and like she wouldn't be afraid of this, possibly. There are people that have like ferrets and weasels you can rent that do this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like they'll just show up with it and be like, "All right, where you want them?" And let the little shit
All right,
loose.
Ricky Tikki Tavi, do your thing.
That's it. They just let them loose, and they come back like blood all over their face, just like it's like yes, murder
Yeah,
has
boy.
been committed.
If there's one thing I ain't fucking with, it's a ferret. Ferrets are fucking nasty.
They
No,
are nice as long as you don't treat them badly.
no, I mean,
I had a master that had a ferret, and that was really sweet.
no, I don't mean like not nasty, like they're mean. Not like they're gonna fucking steal my wallet
No,
in a
they
dark
stink.
alley.
They
Well,
fucking stink.
well,
Stink
yes,
unless
they
you have the right
stink.
food for them.
But I'd be like, they're fucking killers. Like these things go like they're cousins, the mongoose. They go toe to toe with the cobras,
Yeah.
and the cobra could spit acid.
Funny
Saw it in a
story.
movie once.
One of my favorite little Pokemon facts. There's actually a Pokemon based on this. The state of Hawaii was having a rat problem, so they said, "Well, here's what we need to do. Cats are too destructive. Let's bring in a bunch of mongoose or mongoose, I guess." They brought them in. Here's the problem: rats are nocturnal, and mongooses are diurnal? They're awake during the diurnal. So they basically just never saw each other. So now they have rats and mongoose running around Hawaii all the time.
It's like that fucking it's like that one fucking Looney Tune or some shit
Mhm.
where it's like morning Steve, morning Chet, morning Chet, morning
Exactly.
Steve. They're just clocking in, clocking out.
You know
It's
what?
bad.
There's actually an image I have that sums this up perfectly, but it's captioned wrong
Oh,
over in commentary.
All right, let me see.
yes.
Yes, that's it.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Like it was bad enough actually. Like it's enough of a meme that when Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, that Alola Rattata, and then they made I cannot remember the name of that fucking Pokemon, but it's a mongoose Pokemon. They made them based on that thing where you can only get. I'm sorry,
Zangoose.
not Zangoose. Zangoose came along in Alpha and Ruby. This is God, hold on. This one looks actually more like an actual young goose. That's his name. So in the daytime you run into a bunch of young goose, at nighttime you run into a bunch of Rattatas, and I was just like, that's fucking great. I love that kind of bullshit.
I used to work with a guy who used to live on a farm, and he said one of the most adorable things he's ever kind of seen is a weasel apparently came into a chicken coop, killed every chicken in there, and put it into a pile. So as he opens it up, he just sees this little mongoose on a pile of dead chickens. It yawns, rubs its cheeks into the dead bodies left and right, and then lays on his back with his belly exposed. Doesn't even acknowledge him.
Do what you must. I have already won.
Yeah. He's like, that was the most adorable little murderer I've ever seen.
The most adorable crime scene.
You can't even be mad.
Dude, that was like that was like time Annabelle actually caught the chipmunk in the backyard. And like she caught it, and all I can think was like, oh god, it's gonna bite her, and she's gonna freak out. I was like, I gotta get it for her, and I run over there and just watch her like shake this thing until his head popped off.
Way to be, Annabelle.
I was just like, oh, well, you just keep doing you, girl. And she just looked at me like, I did good. And I was like, you did good. I did good.
We brought a fucking feral cat. We turned one of the feral cats into a pet at my place a couple years back. Muggsy was her name, and she just kept the house mouse free. She was too good at it, and this was back when I was still clinically afraid of dead rodents and rodents in general.
Mm-hmm.
So you come home and you see a fucking torn asunder mouse on your family room floor. You run the fuck right back out. And you call your buddy Sean. Sean, there's gizzards everywhere. Andy, mice don't have gizzards. I don't care. Get it out. I can't
Did
play
you
Halo.
run out there like the guy at the end of Heavy Rain?
Yes. And at his place, like two miles away, he's like reading his fucking magazine, pulls it down. I feel a disturbance. Andy needs me. Oh man.
It's like miles away. You see the subtitles still coming up. Sean.
He looks down. He sees like the 1-point text subtitle at the bottom of the screen.
Ethan Mars, you don't know what it's like to grow up without a father. Sean. It's still the best fucking bug in video games. Fuck you, fight me. That is the funniest shit.
The eternal Sean button.
Just fucking interrupting everyone in the game's dialogue for this big dramatic ending. Screaming Sean at the top of his lungs.
My mother is not going to say fuck into the microphone. I asked her again. She said absolutely not.
Give her $1.
Give her $1? All right.
Give her $1.
All right.
Make her a voice actress. Give her $1.
There you go. It is technically voice acting.
Hey, Faye, here's $1. Say fuck into the microphone for all your fans. No.
Yeah, tell her if it makes her feel any better, I'll sing the Jay and Silent Bob song.
She doesn't know who they are.
How the fuck do y'all live where y'all live and y'all don't know who Jay and Silent Bob are?
She knows 2 people in this life. Her ex-boyfriend and Tucker Carlson. No one else exists.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, not even a life. That's like Jesus. It's like, well, one of the people I know in this world is a walking, talking scrotum. Like, what is this?
And the other's Tucker Carlson.
Don't.
Okay.
It's. All right, I'm gonna talk shit about this fella right now. All right, so my mom's ex-boyfriend James, this fucking guy. Let me tell you. All right, so my sister saves lives in Boston because she's a hospital nurse. Yeah, she works at fucking Boston Medical Center Planet Solar Plexus. All right, and she was saving lives during coronavirus all throughout the last 2 years. And she missed Thanksgiving last year, end of Thanksgiving last year, So my ma says, all right, fuck it. I went to someone else's place for Thanksgiving, but I'm having second Thanksgiving at my place the Sunday after. Fucking James, you better be there. And James says, all right, I'll be there. Guess who don't fucking show up to second Thanksgiving for my little sister?
Okay, so what was his excuse?
There was none. He just didn't show up.
So what was he doing?
Probably smoking weed because he's 60 years old and he still thinks he's a teenager.
Just sitting around at the house fucking off?
It's probably. Or playing fucking...
Yeah.
He's just...
Yeah, that's a paddling.
That's paddling.
He's just a prick. Anyway. Oh, my goodness. The people we meet.
As a great clown in a great video game once said, you can expect a spanking from daddy later.
See, I get the worst part is Menthol. I guarantee if not for that thing, I'd be like, Menthol, you'd love this guy. You'd be all about James. He'd be like your best buddy. You'd get along great with him.
You would be surprised. There's a lot of potheads I can't stand.
Fair.
Yeah, because it's like you can share interest. Like I can't stand 90% of Warhammer people, so I gotta know where he's coming from.
Hey, you know what? Coming back full circle to what we was talking about before, you ain't got to be always into the exact same shit. Just, sometimes crossover. And sometimes if you're into the same shit, it don't matter.
Yep. Oy. But boys, let me tell you, I am falling asleep over here. My arms are tired. Everything's tired. We got Viper done. We got new funk art. It's a fantastic evening. I think it's about time we wrap this up. So, Funk, are you streaming tonight?
I will be at 9:30, so in about an hour.
About an hour? All right. Well, everybody, thank you for coming out. Boys, thank you for coming to the show. It means a lot to me.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since we've done this, like we said.
I love
Always
doing
fun.
this. Always fun. All right. But,
Very, very fun.
All right. Everyone have a nice night. Be well and stay safe.
Something, fluffy pony.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice night, Fluffcast. It's been fun. See you next week, hopefully. Probably in 2 weeks. Happy Saturday.